Lake TV's William Holtzworth live here in Camdenton, Missouri, joined by my color commentator, Matt Wamser. And Matt, good one we got tonight between the Yellow Jackets and the Lakers.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. Camdenton's coming off a tough loss last week, but let's see if they can bounce back here against Lebanon.
Talk a little bit about Coach Shore entering his fourth season at the helm. Carries an overall mark right at 26-13. Back-to-back Ozark Conference titles. They go on to win the district both of the last years, and they make it to that state quarterfinal, unable to beat a tough Parkway Central team. But 1-1, and they're going to be welcoming in a 2-0 Lebanon squad led by head coach William Christian, and he's entering his 14th year. Already carries a record of 87-46. I'll tell you what, both teams ready to play tonight, and you talk about players we want to keep an eye on. Two tailbacks that coming off fast starts to the 2014 campaign.
Well, for Camdenton, we've got number 45, Josh Martin, rushed for 242 yards with 4 touchdowns in the opener and went for another 35 on 33 carries last week. Had a good season last year in backup role before getting the nod as a full-time starter here in 2014.
And his counterpart, Elza Evans, for the Yellow Jackets. Huge game last week. He started the year with 156 yards. He wrapped that up with 314 yards and 4 scores last week in a 48-31 win over Rolla. And as you can see, we expect for terrible weather here tonight at the field, already having to close the tarp here as the rain comes piling in here at Bob Shore Stadium in Camdenton. We'll have the game here for you, so don't go anywhere. This pregame brought to you by Burgers Smokehouse, and let's hear a word from our partners at Burgers.
Now Lake TV brings you live the high school game of the week, brought to you by Camdenton Save-A-Lot.
Nobody but nobody
earns your business like Rick Ball Ford.
Low overhead
Means everyday low prices, big trade-ins,
and satisfied customers.
Take a little drive this weekend
And save some big bucks. That's the Rick Ball way to buy. Boonville and Sedalia.
Brings you live the high school game of the week, brought to you by Burger Smokehouse. Simple tradition since 1952. Rick Ball Ford Lincoln in Sedalia. Camdenton Save-A-Lot. Quick Car, Wash Detail and Lube. Yacht Club Power Sports. And Jolly Roger.
Where do you find the nation's largest selection of smoked meat gifts? How about a family business with over 60 years of experience? We have something for everyone. We're Burger Smokehouse. Simple tradition since 1952.
Things are looking up at Yacht Club Power Sports. On the water, in the woods, or on the streets. At Yacht Club Power Sports, we have your ticket to ride. Like an awesome lineup of Can-Am ATVs and side-by-sides. The Can-Am Maverick Max can tear up the trail, or you can make your own trail. Come into Yacht Club Power Sports and check out the all-new Sea-Doo Spark. Things are looking up at Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach, under the big red sign in front of Hy-Vee. Yacht Club Power Sports, where the fun begins and never ends.
Matt Wamser, my color commentator, and as you see, the weather should play a factor tonight. It's raining here in Camdenton, Missouri, and raining rapidly, and we talk about the weather around the state of Missouri. We got an update from our friends at the Versailles, California game at Addie J. Walton Sports Complex down there, and they are in a weather delay right now. It is pouring, we've got word, and we're going to go ahead and get you started here in Camdenton, even though the weather's bad. Kicking off for the Lakers is going to be the junior Nate Paschal. He'll be in there to boot it deep to his return man, Connor Hicks, back deep, along with number 2, Lane Gross, back to return the kickoff. You hear the purple haze here in Camdenton. Rain or shine, they're here to support the team, and we're underway. Not before we get a stoppage in play. Wouldn't be surprised, Matt, if we do get a weather delay. We did see some lightning off in the distance here a little bit ago. Right now, though, nothing serious going on. We see some cloud action to your right and left, and it'll be a wet afternoon here, but luckily for us guys here in the booth, we're protected by our man-made covering.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the storms were going to blow by. I didn't think we were going to get a piece of this, but looks like they're doing that right now. Calling for a short delay in a game, and why they do that. Let's thank our sponsor, Burger Smokehouse, for making this broadcast possible. And they've been serving simple tradition since 1952. That's Burger Smokehouse in California. They ship custom gift packs to all 50 states. It doesn't get much better than that. Check them out online at smokehouse.com. That's burgerssmokehouse.com.
Sounds good. Some Burgers Smokehouse right now. Not sure how long we're going to be delayed here on Lake TV of the Camdenton Lebanon game. We'll keep you updated. Don't go anywhere because we're going to stay tuned right here in Camdenton.
Hi, I'm Stephen Berger, and this is my brother Philip.
As you know, Stephen, back in 1952, a small block building was constructed on our grandparents' farm. It was called the Ham House.
Since then, it's grown tremendously, and so have the number of choices.
People frequently ask, what is the best ham I can buy? The answer is, it depends. Of course, the next question is, it depends on what?
It depends on the flavor you prefer. We have 3 kinds of ham: country, city, and European style. Let's start with country ham. These hams are cured using our family recipe and an aging process that gives them a distinctive flavor.
There are 2 kinds of country ham, Southern Smokehouse and attic aged. Southern Smokehouse hams are aged up to 6 months. The color will be a light pink, the texture firm but not tough, and have a pleasant smoky aroma. We use enough salt to preserve the ham, but it's not overwhelming. They're available cooked and uncooked. Southern Smokehouse hams can be found in our catalog or website by looking for the letter B at the beginning of the item number. Attic-aged hams are aged up to 9 months. The additional age will create a deeper red color, a slightly firmer texture, and a more robust flavor. The presence of salt may be a little more noticeable due to the extended aging process. These are also available cooked or uncooked. Attic-aged hams can be found in our catalog or website by looking for the letter A at the beginning of the item number.
Now let's talk about our popular city hams. They are moist cured, which means they are marinated in our special recipe. The result is a ham that is moist and tender. They are famous for their pleasing balance of sweetness with an accent of real hickory smoke. All city hams are cooked and can be found in our catalog or website by looking for the letter H at the beginning of the item number. Spiral slice city hams are very popular because the flavor is widely accepted and they are a convenient centerpiece for any occasion.
The dry curing methods used to make our country ham came from Europe many years ago. Out of respect for their great curing tradition, we offer several European-style hams. These hams are typically sliced paper thin and consumed uncooked. We offer prosciutto, Black Forest, Westphalian, and German country hams. They are often used to complement other foods.
Okay, Philip, this sounds pretty simple. We have 2 kinds of country ham, the milder Southern Smokehouse and the more robust attic aged. We also have our very popular city ham, as well as several European-style hams. But there are a lot of options to choose from.
There are a lot of options to choose from because we offer many different sizes and services that allow you to choose just the right ham. The catalog or website will tell you if the ham is cooked, sliced, glazed, or pepper-coated, as well as describe any other unique features.
We take pride in offering the largest selection of Craftsman quality ham products available anywhere in the United States.
We look forward to becoming a part of your family's tradition. Burger Smokehouse, simple traditions since 1952.
Look about the quarterback, maybe Luke Winfrey. He's a dual threat kind of guy. He's a junior guy, and he can run the ball and throw. Last week he had a couple of big runs, including one for 15 yards on a big 3rd down play. Of course, we don't have the highlights here for you. But so both sides of the ball have a lot of good playmakers, including Camdenton. They only bring back 4 starters on offense, 2 on defense from the Ozarks Conference Championship team a year ago. Talk about the Ryan Elliott's, the Colin Carlocks, the Bo Deans, you know, the guys that made this team so outstanding. And they're now moved on playing college ball. You got 4 guys from Camdenton playing down at Evangel. And you got guys stepping in to replace them. They're doing pretty well thus far with a 1-1 record. So we're going to turn it to commercial break. This brought to you by our friends at Burger Smokehouse. But like we said, don't go anywhere. We'll have this game for you right here on Lake TV after the rain delay.
Where do you find the nation's largest selection of smoked meat gifts? How about a family business with over 60 years of experience? We have something for everyone. We're Burger Smokehouse. Simple tradition since 1952.
0% APR means hot savings.
Right here at Rick Ball Ford.
Get spectacular Ford savings on almost every car and SUV with 0% for 72 months. 0% 6 years.
Hot summer deal.
At family-owned Rick Ball Ford, Boonville and Sedalia.
Save-A-Lot, we know every dollar means a lot. We make it easy to save on the things you need. Not aisle after aisle of products that you don't. So you save up to 40% on every trip. Save-A-Lot, savings made easy.
Visit your local Save-A-Lot in Camdenton, located on North Business Route 5.
Around the area tonight, your local teams. We call it Lake TV's Around the Lake, brought to you by Hewlett Chevrolet and Sedalia. You got California at Versailles, Warsaw at Osage, and Blair Oaks at Eldon. Right now, all three of those games are delayed as well, but they're about to get underway as well.
Lake TV would like to thank Rick Ball Auto Mall. They're a proud sponsor for Lake TV's Friday Night Football, and when all the other dealers tell you nobody can beat their deal, head to Rick Ball Ford Lincoln in Sedalia and ask for Mr. Nobody. Rick Ball, Ford Lincoln, home of Mr. Nobody.
2 minutes until kickoff, so we'll be right back with live coverage of this one. Don't go anywhere. You're going to be watching high school football on Lake TV.
At Save-A-Lot, we know every dollar means a lot. We make it easy to save on the things you need. Not aisle after aisle of products that you don't. So you save up to 40% on every trip. Save-A-Lot, savings made easy.
Visit your local Save-A-Lot in Camdenton, located on North Business Route 5.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Introducing the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $20 a month, wash your car as often as you want. Enjoy significant savings and never worry if it's going to rain or not. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car, quick, easy, and professional every time.
We're back here on Lake TV, and we're set for football. Camdenton wins the toss. They elect to kick off, so they'll receive the ball to start the second half. I always kind of like that strategy from a coaching perspective. Whatever happens in the first half, if you're up or you're down, you know you're going to start the second half with possession of the ball. Set to kick for the Lakers now, number 5, Nate Paschal, the junior. He'll kick it deep to the junior, Lane Gross, for the Yellow Jackets. Your officials meeting in the middle. Hopefully this weather will stay clear and we'll get this one in its entirety. The officials break and it's time to play ball.
While we get set for this quick off, Lake TV would like to thank Quick Car. A quick car is a happy car. Treat your car, truck, SUV to a wash job this week at Quick Car. They're on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. That's Quick Car at Lake of the Ozarks.
Paschal set to kick. Kicks it deep. Waiting is Gross. And that's going to fly out of bounds, so Paschal unable to keep it in play, and Lebanon will start with outstanding field position on their opening possession here.
Without our sponsors, these broadcasts would not be possible, so Lake TV would like to thank Yacht Club Power Sports. The nation's #1 Sea-Doo dealer is right here at the Lake of the Ozarks. Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach. Stop by and check out their invoice sale for the lowest prices of the year. That's Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach, or online at ycpowersports.com.
Winfrey, not much of a thrower. This Lebanon offense does not go to the air much. We'll see what they do here. Winfrey to Evans. There he goes. He's got a hole. He bounces off a would-be tackler before being drugged down right there. That's for the Lakers, number 16 in the series, or in the secondary. So I imagine we're going to get a heavy dose of Evans here early on. Only 9 pass attempts a week ago by Lebanon. They think they can fare well on the run against this Camden team. And talking with Coach Shore earlier this week, he said that's all we're worried about with this Lebanon team. Back to pass now. Throwing it deep. He's got his receiver. Gross overthrows him, does Winfrey. And applying the pressure for the Lakers, number 88 on the play. Joey Ginnings on that one.
Just as you mentioned, the Lebanon running attack, they go ahead and keep the Laker defense honest by throwing one deep over the top outside the numbers, and that's just going to try to open up the field for their running game here on third down.
So a big third down here for Lebanon to start this one. Winfrey, high snap, he handles it. We've got a flag. It looks like early motion, and that'll be our first penalty of the ball game.
Are you a smart saver? You can be by joining Save-A-Lot Smart Shoppers Club. It's free. Just visit savealot.com and click on Smart Shoppers Club. Shop and save. In Camdenton on Route 5.
So actually we've got an offside. The Lakers were eager on their first third down, and that's going to be an automatic first down. It's a tough start for the Laker D, and that's going to be a first down here. Winfrey now to Evans. Bounces ahead, and a slew of Laker defenders making the stop. Initial hit made by Alex Wilsman, the 6'4" senior. That's a load. I wouldn't want to be running into him. Second down and 4 now after a modest gain on first down. Wide receiver, top of your screen, that's Gross. Winfrey out of the shotgun, Evans to his right. High snap, handled by Winfrey outside. Wide receiver on the play. It's number 21, Connor Hicks, the junior. He had a big week last week offensively and defensively, and that's going to be good for a first down. So just when you think Lebanon's going to keep it on the ground with Evans, they go to the air twice already, and that time Winfrey finds his target. Hicks on the play.
Yeah, number 21 Hicks did a great job on that play. A little extra effort there at the last second, giving Lebanon a first down on that play.
So Winfrey remains out of the shotgun here. First down from the Laker 42. That's going to be a quarterback option. Winfrey got some room, and he takes it up to the 31-yard line after a gain of 11. And on the stop for the Lakers, that's number 24, Jacob Wise, the senior. He had a nice season last year for the Lakers, and he is the tackler there, but not before 11 and first down, and gotta like the play call.
Yeah, absolutely. They kept the Lakers just kind of on their heels at the moment. A little bit of run, a little bit of pass, just working the ball downfield right now. The Lebanon offense looks pretty comfortable out there.
Well, they're 2-0 thus far in the year, and they want to keep that momentum going. I think you're going to see an illegal formation here as two players were in motion simultaneously. We'll see what the official calls.
While the officials get this sorted out, let's thank our sponsor, Burger Smokehouse. They've been serving simple tradition since 1952. That's Burger Smokehouse in California, Missouri. They ship custom gift packs to all 50 states. It doesn't get much better than that. Visit them online at smokehouse.com and order some meat today.
So that'll push him back to a 1st and 15 at the Laker 36-yard line. Winfrey out of the shotgun. He hands it to Evans, gets outside. He drags the Laker tackler, Derek Beck, in on the stop for the Lakers, and we've got a flag on the field again. See what they call here. Going to be a face mask against the offense. Coach Christian on the field for Lebanon. He's not happy about that call, but I didn't really have a look at it. You never like to see a face mask against the offense, and that's something at every level of football. They stressed in the offseason that the offensive players getting their hands in the face mask of defenders. You're going to see a lot more of that called at the college level as well as the professional level, and obviously down here at the high school level.
The Lebanon offense just kind of putting themselves in a difficult situation here. 2 penalties in a row. Looking at what, first down and 20 to go here.
Evans up the middle now. He's going to be hit there. I think that's Wilsman again. No, actually that's quarterback Ty McDuffie in on the tackle, and there's a very modest gain of 3 yards there. So second down and 16 or 17 now. 9:30 left in this first quarter of play.
I'm already keeping my eye on number 23, Evans. He really does run tough with that football.
It's a full head of steam every time he touches the ball. Winfrey fakes it there, gives it outside, a little bit of room, but not a whole lot doing. Nice job by the Laker defenders to get the stop there.
It was a good tackle by number 10, Tyler McDuffie.
Your quarterback in on consecutive stops, and that's Brandon Horsley who gets the handoff, and it looks like Lebanon is going to try to mix things up. Everyone knows it's not just us guys here in the booth that know Evans is a threat. So they're going to try to mix things up. So we'll bring up a third down and 13. And they're going to let this one fly, and falling down, wet surface makes it tough. I think he was going to overshoot his target, Connor Hicks, anyway. And Winfrey's been a little overzealous here early, overshooting a couple of receivers.
Yeah, it looked like a little incidental contact downfield between the defender and the wide receiver. The ref made a good decision there with the no call.
And it's going to be tough to run up the field with these wet surfaces. We got some heavy rain for a little bit, and the field's going to show it. So keeping their offense out on the field on 4th and 13. Winfrey out of the shotgun. Now he scoots back. He may punt. He's going to a little pooch. That one's going to bounce and head into the end zone for a touchback. So Camdenton's going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school football on LakeTV. Well, I mean, you couldn't win for it.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Introducing the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $20 a month, wash your car as often as you want. Enjoy significant savings and never worry if it's going to rain or not. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
Where do you find the nation's largest selection of smoked meat gifts? How about a family business with over 60 years of experience? We have something for everyone. We're Burger Smokehouse. Simple tradition since 1952.
Back here on LakeTV, and Camdenton going to get their first crack officially on offense now. Lining up at quarterback, we should see Tyler McDuffie. He had a couple of stops in there earlier tonight on defense. He'll line up under center now. He's going to roll to his right, throws in the flat. And that's an unusual number, bulldozing his way forward. Number 90, Alex Wilsman, the senior we talked about earlier, lines up at tackle or guard and then just runs into the flat. And that's a nicely designed play there by Coach Shore. I like that play.
Yeah, looked good. Gave the quarterback a big target out there to hit. And number 90 did a great job catching the ball and getting upfield.
Wilsman a big target and put right on the numbers, did McDuffie. So under center now, McDuffie's going to hand it ahead. A few yards there. It's number 45, Josh Martin, the senior, is coming off an impressive outing last week. He gets 6, maybe 7 on his first down carry. We're going to give him 6, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 from the Camdenton 40-yard line. Some big kids on the front line here defensively for Lebanon.
I've already noticed the intensity tonight. It really seemed to be amped up. Both teams just flying to the football, trying to make a tackle tonight.
McDuffie now under center. Thompson now gets the carry. He rumbles ahead, bounces off a would-be tackler. He falls forward to the 48-yard line, and that's Oliver Thompson, the senior running back, who gets the carry, and that's good for about 8 yards. And Camdenton now consecutive first downs. So first down and 10 now from the 48-yard line. Josh Martin in there at tailback on this one. Dylan Decker, bottom of your screen, at wideout. Fakes the handoff into the flat. That's the second time we've seen that play. And this time it's good for about 5, and that's Wilsman again just sneaking out into the flat.
Yeah, another good job of the quarterback rolling out to his right. Just picking up a tight end for a small gain.
Second down and 6 now from the 47-yard line. McDuffie under center. Here's the handoff. That's Martin inside the tackles, carrying a couple tacklers all the way up to the 38-yard line, and that's good for another Laker first down. Martin, a bruising tailback, lowers his shoulders, and you see a couple of hard-nosed running backs in this one. I like that play. We've already seen twice, rolling out into the flat, hitting Wilsman. I like that play. We'll see if Camdenton continues to run with that.
Absolutely. I imagine that's a pretty good staple on the Laker practice field.
So first down and 10 now at the 37-yard line. Coach Shore just wants them to reset the play clock, and they do. So first down and 10 now. McDuffie gives it ahead, and not a whole lot doing there. That's number 29, Keegan Ray, the 5'9" senior. He gets the carry, gets about a yard, maybe 2 on first down. Second down and 8 now. The Lakers have it at the 35-yard line here. We've got 6:30 remaining in your first quarter of play. McDuffie remains under center. Martin and Ray in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Ray, pitches it out to Martin. He shifts a man, drags him forward, and he's up to the 29-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Yes, down to the 29-yard line. So impressive run by Martin. And that's going to bring up a third down and 1. We'll say third down and 2, even with 6 minutes here left in this first quarter. McDuffie gets the call from the sideline. There's situations Coach Shore has to like, these short yardage situations. Oh, nearly jumping off sides, and he does. That's a good job, McDuffie, with the hard count. He gets a yellow jacket to jump offside, and that'll be an automatic first down.
While they walk this penalty off, let's talk about Rick Ball Auto Mall. They've got the all-new 2015 Ford F-150. Be the first in your town to own one. They're taking orders right now for the totally redesigned F-150 at Rick Ball Ford Lincoln in Sedalia.
So that's both teams now on a third down situation thus far have jumped off sides, and so now we're even as far as the automatic first downs are concerned. McDuffie under center. He hands to Martin, who's got some daylight. He gets outside. He's the 10 to the 5. Into the house, touchdown Lakers, and that's good for 24 yards out. Josh Martin with some excellent lead blocking by the Lakers, and the Lakers strike first here. They're up 6-0 with 5:15 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, what a great job by Martin, just kicking it outside. Really just found a seam and ran straight to the corner of the end zone for a Laker touchdown.
Martin, that's his 5th touchdown scamper of the year already. And to do the kicking is Paschal. The extra point is no good, so 6-0 here. The Lakers take the lead. We'll be right back with the ensuing kickoff. You're watching high school football on LakeTV.
About. We will auction 245 acres at Lake of the Ozarks in the Gravois Mills area. It features 1,900 foot of lake frontage along with electricity, roads, and is all surveyed. It's great for a lake home, hunting, fishing, or recreation. The opening bid is only $1,265 per acre, and any bid over that amount and it sells to the high bidder with no reserve. For more information, call me at 573-378-8822 or visit auctionarrows.com.
Back here on LakeTV, William Holtz, Matt Walmser calling the game for you tonight, and it's going to be a good one. The Lakers strike first after a defensive stand. They go 80 yards. Josh Martin caps it off with a 24-yard scoring run at the 5:15 mark. The extra point no good, so Lakers hold the 6-0 lead. And Paschal now set to kick deep back for Lebanon. Lane Gross to do the kick returning duties. There's another one close to the sideline, and Paschal having a hard time keeping it in bounds. And once again, Lebanon will get good field position to start this drive.
While the Laker defense comes out on the field, let's talk about Quick Car. They've got a deal that's hard to pass up. The $20 a month unlimited wash club. Wash your vehicle as often as you like, even every day for $20 a month. Join the club today at quickcar.com.
So something tells me now Coach Christian going to have his Yellow Jackets ready to go. Expect to see a heavy dose of Evans here, and you might even see Winfrey take a couple of shots. Winfrey fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. Hits his tailback and running up the sideline and then running over a Laker. Impressive run right there by Adrian Palmer, the junior running back. He's a playmaker for these Yellow Jackets on both sides of the field, and big play right there. We're going to give him 21 yards on the first down play, and so very creative by Christian with the play action.
Yeah, Palmer had a full head of steam there. Looked like he was running downhill, just cutting through the Laker defense on that play.
So a nice play there, and surprisingly, we talked about in the pregame it was going to be all run, but already going to the air 3 times here in this first quarter, after a very modest amount of passes were attempted last week by this Lebanon squad. I think we're going to see a legal procedure or false start once again on the Yellow Jackets, and Coach Christian can't be happy. That's going to be 4 penalties on them already here in this first quarter, and it's actually a delay of game. Christian's just telling him he's not happy, and it looks like the play clock may not have been restarted, and I can't disagree with them. That play clock went down awful quick, and now we've got another flag, and this is going to be a sideline violation by Coach Christian, and he is hot, folks. He is heated on that sideline. And I think what he's arguing is you saw the play clock reset for Camdenton earlier. We had a malfunction. They didn't reset the play clock, and they called a delay of game anyway. So that's going to be a big penalty on Coach Christian and really back up his Yellow Jackets. Yeah, it's a sideline misconduct by Coach Christian, and I can't say I blame him for being heated, but in that situation, you really put your team in a corner backed up. But like I said, you really can't blame him. The first time is just a warning. So he gets away with the 5-yard penalty, and that'll be 1st and 15 here. Winfrey out of the shotgun. They fake the handoff, and they run that same inside give. And look at this young man breaking tackles left and right. That's Brandon Horsley. Looked like he was going to be stopped at the original line of scrimmage, but he carries a couple of Laker tacklers, and he has 10 yards on first down at 15.
Yeah, Horsley did a great job just keeping a low center of gravity, keeping his legs moving, kind of kept his head down. Did a really good job of just kind of staying low and driving through the Laker defense.
So 2nd down and 5 now. 4:32 remaining here in this first quarter of play. Out of the shotgun is Winfrey. They like this shotgun set, does Lebanon. Winfrey now throws. A nice strike to his receiver, number 21. And that's his man Connor Hicks, the junior, and he's all the way down to the 21-yard line. That's good for 17 yards and another Lebanon first down. So they're going to continue to move the sticks. And that was an impressive ball thrown by Winfrey.
Yeah, we didn't talk much about his arm in the opening. Really talked about how Lebanon likes to keep the ball on the ground, just kind of keep the clock running, eat up time in the football game. But here in the first quarter, they've already, I think, attempted for 4 passes.
That's what you call good coaching. When everyone expects running, you're going to go ahead and pass. And so far, the Lakers unable to stop him through the air. Winfrey now. There's our man Evans. He rumbles ahead and a couple of hits. And Oliver Thompson in on the tackle. The senior takes Evans down, and he gains 5 on first down. Evans remains in at tailback. He gets the give, and Lakers not having any of that. In on the stop is Josh Keys. And Lebanon faithful, not real happy about something. Coach Christian once again just having it. And that's a timeout by Coach Christian. Let's keep it right here, folks, and keep a camera on him. He is heated and he's on the field. Something happened after the play. I'm not exactly not sure what went down, but not only was he heated, but the Lebanon faithful made some noise. So, good stop by the Lakers. It's going to go down for a 1-yard loss, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 when we come back on LakeTV.
At Save-A-Lot, we know every dollar means a lot. We make it easy to save on the things you need. Not aisle after aisle of products that you don't. So you save up to 40% on every trip. Save-A-Lot. Savings made easy.
Visit your local Save-A-Lot in Camdenton, located on North Business Route 5.
Here on LakeTV, and I'll tell you what, Coach Christian wasn't happy, and you see that at the high school level from coaches, but he doesn't have a reputation for being a hothead. If he's upset like that, he normally is warranted in what he feels, but nonetheless, it's 3rd down and 6 here. We're going to call it a 3rd down and 5, rather, and so the Laker crowd on their feet. Winfrey now out of the shotgun. He's going to get rolled out of the pocket and pushed out there. Nice job. That might have been Wilsman on the edge.
A great job by the Laker defense there, just kind of staying home and stretching that play out, giving Lebanon nowhere to go.
Yeah, C.J. Stanton was actually in on the final hit, but Wilsman was chasing him down, and McDuffie even in on the stop. So 4th down and 4, they're unable to get it, and they're going to attempt a field goal here. This one about 35 yards. Tiller, the kick, plenty of leg, and it's good, easily from 35 yards. So Lebanon cuts the deficit in half. It's 6-3. 6-3 at the 2:52 mark. You're watching Lake Area Football on LakeTV.
Where do you find the nation's largest selection of smoked meat gifts? How about a family business with over 60 years of experience? We have something for everyone. We're Burger Smokehouse. Simple tradition since 1952.
Welcome to Lake of the Ozarks. You're watching LakeTV, your visitor information station, on Charter Cable Channel 197 and Como Connect Channel 90, or from anywhere at mylaketv.com. Stay tuned to Lake TV to get all the latest on activities and attractions, events, entertainment, boating, outdoors, shopping, lake history, and dining at Lake of the Ozarks.
Kick right there by Kendrick Tiller, the junior specialist. He does all the kicking duties, and that was a beauty. Nailed it right through the uprights, so Lebanon now cuts the lead in half. The previously mentioned Tiller kicks it back. Martin takes it at his 8. He gets to the right side. Some nice blocking by the front line. He's ahead to the 35. Spins out of a tackle and all the way up to the 42-yarder. So nice job by Josh Martin making things happen on both sides. And Hayden Weddle, the sophomore, gets the stop on special teams for the Yellow Jackets. And Camdenton will take over at their own 42-yard line.
If you need some spark in your life, a brand new Sea-Doo Spark from Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach. They're starting at just $49.99. Spark up your life and have some fun at Yacht Club Power Sports.
So in now at quarterback, they make the switch. Jordan Knight, the senior, he's going to get an opportunity. He fakes the handoff to Martin. Now he throws across the field looking for wide receiver Decker. He overshoots him and it falls innocently to the turf, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Interesting how Coach Short uses both quarterbacks. Coming into the season, Jordan Knight was expected to really be the starter, with McDuffie doing a little bit more on the edge at receiver possibly. But Knight and McDuffie splitting the duties thus far, and Knight stays in there. Martin from the fullback position gets outside on the inside give, stays in bounce, rumbles ahead, and a nice run by the young man. And that's good for 9 yards, maybe 8. We'll see where the initial spot puts him, but nonetheless, nice run by Martin again, and he's running very hard.
Yeah, great job on 2nd down there by the Lakers, picking up substantial yardage and setting up a nice short 3rd and 2. Let's see what they can do here and convert a 1st down.
So 3rd down and 2, under center's Knight. Inside, Martin, the ball carrier, rumbles ahead. He's going to be very close to a 1st down. Your near sideline has him at the 53, so I think we may even measure here. They're going to call for a measure. While we do,
let's talk about Save a Lot. If you're looking for high value for your food dollar and true discount prices, that's what Save a Lot is all about. And you can save even more on Save a Lot's own brands. See for yourself when you shop at Save a Lot in Camdenton. They're on Route 5, just north of Camdenton.
Be close. And it's going to be a Camdenton 1st down. Martin looks to have it. No, he does. I'm confused by what's going on here, but it looks like he might just be a couple inches shy of the 1st down. Yeah, 4th down and inches here. I would assume that the Lakers will keep their offense out on the field. They are in Yellow Jacket territory. The play clock's going to begin to roll here. 2:15 left here in this opening quarter of play. Josh Martin not even on the field for the Lakers. You've got Oliver Thompson. And they're going to give it to their fullback, number 35, Michael Smith, or Smythe rather. And Smythe ahead to the 41-yard line, and that's good for a Laker 1st down.
I like that play. Just give it to the big man, let him run right up the gut, pick up those couple of inches. He did a little more. I think he picked up about 6 yards. Got the Laker 1st down.
Yeah, they're going to give him 8 officially up to the 40-yard line, and that's where the Lakers will keep this possession going now with 1:43 left in the opening quarter. Under center is Knight. Not a lot doing on the handoff to Thompson. A couple of yards there. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8. .110 left here in this first quarter of play. Jordan Knight in at quarterback. An interesting offensive set here for the Lakers. And we do a flag on the field.
If you're looking for a new way to say howdy, how about a good food or gift package from Burger's Smokehouse? They ship nationwide. Burger's Smokehouse, that's Highway 87 in California, Missouri. Check them out online at smokehouse.com. They've got some of the best meats in the country.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 13 after the false start. The Lakers are already 4 penalties tonight. Of course, 5 for Lebanon, so both teams having a hard time following the rules in the opening quarter of play. Knight now rolling outside, steps up, gets outside, and oh, he takes a bone-rattling hit. He gets up though, and Lebanon player looks to be shaken up as well. But he also gets up, so nice tackle there after a modest gain of 1, and that play really looked a little busted from the get-go as Knight couldn't get his blockers exactly where he wanted them to go. So 3rd down and 12 now. We'll see if Lebanon can't get their defense off the field.
I'm really impressed with the intensity of this football game so far. Great job by Camdenton to take the opening lead with a touchdown.
That's going to conclude our first quarter of play. Lakers lead Lebanon by a score of 6-3. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Lake TV's coverage of high school football.
Where do you find the nation's largest selection of smoked meat gifts? How about a family business with over 60 years of experience? We have something for everyone. We're Burger Smokehouse. Simple tradition since 1952.
Welcome to Lake of the Ozarks. You're watching Lake TV, your visitor information station, on Charter Cable Channel 197 and Como Connect Channel 90, or from anywhere at mylaketv.com. Stay tuned to Lake TV to get all the latest on activities and attractions, events, entertainment, boating, outdoors, shopping, lake history, and dining at Lake of the Ozarks.
0% APR means hot savings.
Right here at Rick Ball Ford.
Get spectacular Ford savings on almost every car and SUV with 0% for 72 months. 0%, 6 years.
Hot summer deal.
At family-owned Rick Ball Ford, Boonville and Sedalia.
Back here on Lake TV. Start this second quarter now. Knight under center for the Lakers. Inside handoff to Josh Martin. He rolls ahead, making guys miss. He's still on his feet and falls forward. I think he may have a first down. He does. 11 yards and a first down. That's a nice run by the young man right there. Tell you what, we just got word the California Versailles game has been canceled postponed rather till tomorrow night at 7 p.m. The storm just a few miles west of us, they weren't as fortunate to get theirs in tonight.
No, I think we really got lucky tonight. Had a lot of lightning, a lot of rainstorms in the area, but we're lucky enough to get this game started. Hopefully we have enough clear skies to keep it finished.
So Knight under center, the Lakers have it. I guess we have a sideline warning, and
while the refs get this sorted out, let's talk about Rick Ball Auto Mall. There's a herd of new 2015 Mustangs headed for Rick Ball Ford Lincoln in Sedalia. Check them out today at rickballfordsedalia.com. That's Rick Ball Ford Lincoln in Sedalia, home of Mr. Nobody. Check out their new Ford Mustangs.
So under center now is Knight. They have him to the 29-yard line. Hand off to Martin. Lowers his head. Nice tackle on the play by Connor Hicks. after a short gain of 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 8 now for the Lakers.
That was a great job by Hicks there, just kind of staying in his zone, picking up the Laker running back coming out of the backfield, and made a great solo tackle there, avoiding a big gain.
So up to the 27-yard line now. Hicks orchestrating this slow developing drive, but it's eating up some clock here. There's the give to Martin. He cuts inside, makes a couple of guys miss. Nice job. Josh Martin, an impressive specimen at that running back position. And he gets about 5 yards on the play, and he's down to the 21-yard line, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2.
We talked about Martin in our pregame, and he's kind of living up to the hype we gave him. He's done a great job of keeping this offense on the field right now and really picking up some tough yardage for the Laker offense.
Knight now on 3rd and 2 under center. And a nice run. That's the senior tailback on the play. Oliver Thompson, he rumbles ahead. He's got about 5 yards, and that's good for another Laker 1st down.
Like I said, a really impressive drive here by the Laker offense. Just a couple stutter steps there, but really a good job just kind of inching the ball downfield.
They have it to the 16-yard line now of the Yellow Jackets. 9:40 remaining here in this 1st quarter of play. Knight to give to Martin. He's tripped up, and the ball's on the ground, and then it's picked up by number 33 for the Yellow Jackets, and that's going to be a turnover. Our first one of the game. Nick Piercy hops on that one, and looked to me like Martin was tripped up by his own lineman, and that's where Lebanon's going to take over at the 22-yard line of Camdenton, or their own 22-yard line, excuse me. So 1st down and 10 now for Lebanon. They take full advantage of the ball being on the turf. Winfrey now out of the shotgun. High snap. That's going to be a double handoff, and Horsley drugged down in the backfield. That's a beautiful tackle by C.J. Stanton once again. He's been in on a couple of tackles already, and that one is for a 4-yard loss. We're going to say 5 even, and that's a nice play by the young man.
Yeah, absolutely. I read a little bit about CJ before the pregame. He's listed at 5'11", 265, looking to make the All-State team again this year. So he's looks like he's well on his way with the plays like that.
Winfrey now. Screen play set up. He's got his man Horsley, who's ahead, and now we've got a flag on the field. Nice tackling. And I think that's Wilsman once again, who's the tackler. We'll see what the flag is. Could be in the vicinity of holding or illegal block in the back.
While the refs sort this out, let's thank our sponsor, Quick Car. Check out this deal. They've got the 48-hour clean car guarantee. If it rains and spots your car, if a bird makes an unwanted deposit, or you drive down a dusty road, whatever that is, Quick Car will wash it again free within 48 hours. Just save your receipt, bring your car back. They'll get you looking as good as new. That's Quick Car in Osage Beach. What a deal.
So that's going to back him up on the long hold, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 25. Well, they're going to call it 2nd and 23, so backed way up inside their own 10-yard line now are the Yellow Jackets. Winfrey out of the shotgun. He's going to throw to his left. That ball falls incomplete, unable to make the grab as Kendrick Tiller little behind his target, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 23 now for the Yellow Jackets. A lot of penalties in this one. They're going to throw it out in the flat, and a missed tackle there, and not before Thompson comes up and makes the tackle. That's number 9 on the reception. Tanner Angst, the senior receiver for the Yellow Jacket. He made the first guy miss, but then tackle made by Thompson short of the sticks, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets, and I assume Coach Christian will elect to punt here.
A good job by the Camdenton defense, not allowing the first down there, getting the defense off the field on a difficult 3rd and forever for Lebanon, but a good job nonetheless by the Camdenton defense.
They do get 16 yards out of it to get some field position back. Back to punt return now. Bad snap over Tiller's head, and he very smartly kicks it out of the back of the end zone for a safety. And it could be an illegal kick. So we'll see what the ruling is on this.
LakeTV would like to give a little shout out real quick here to Mike Hammerstone and all his friends enjoying the Laker broadcast online at mylaketv.com. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. We appreciate your support of local area high school football on LakeTV.
Yeah, it's going to be a safety. Any way you look at it, it's going to be a safety because you kicked out the back of the end zone. Really a smart play because Tiller had no other option. If Camdenton's able to come back and retain possession of that in the end zone, that's good for 6 points. You give up 2 and the football because Camdenton will now get it back on the free kick. And we'll have that right here on Lake TV after this.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Introducing the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $20 a month, wash your car as often as you want. Enjoy significant savings and never worry if it's going to rain or not. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
Back here and taking out the 21 is Martin. He's going to reverse his field, get outside, nice blocking, and he's upended there. And that's a real good tackle by number 12 for Lebanon. Nice field position here up to the 45 as Martin takes the return. That's Lakaya Capson on the stop, the sophomore, and he jaws a little bit afterwards. Camdenton with an 8-3 lead and the football as we reach the 8:05 mark in the second quarter. So back in now at quarterback is McDuffie. Martin and Thompson in the backfield. They give it to Martin. He's got some daylight. He's outside. Makes a couple of guys miss, weaves the defenders, and he's got 11 and another Laker first down.
Yeah, I like the way Martin just kind of followed his blockers out there. Just kind of snuck out to the right side of the offense line and stayed behind a blocker and just kind of followed him all the way down for a first down for Lakers.
I like the way Coach Shores designed this offense with Martin at the fullback. You give him options there, and then, of course, you've got dangerous guys from the tailback position and Thompson and even Carter Williams, who we've yet to see tonight. McDuffie now under center. Oh, we see a face mask there, and I think so. It's going to be called. Keegan Ray, the ball carrier, but looked like his face mask was tugged.
While the refs walk this one off, let's talk about Yacht Club Power Sports. If you want to dominate the lake with Yacht Club Power Sports 2015 Supra World Edition Wake Boat. The wakeboard or surf the day away with the best boat, brought to you by the nation's best Sea-Doo dealer. That's Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach.
That is 19 yards from the original line of scrimmage where the face mask took place. They add 15, and they're going to take it all the way down to the 26th of Lebanon. So that's a big penalty there. Coach Christian's team having a hard time keeping the field clean of laundry. McDuffie under center once again. That's an inside handoff to Keegan Ray once more, and he's ahead for about a 4-yard gain on first down. Second down and 6 upcoming. At least Camdenton fans ready to just erupt with this purple haze. Find a way to get it in the end zone. Be hard-pressed to find a high school town across Missouri that loves their high school football as much as this Camdenton area does. McDuffie now the give to Martin. And a nice tackle there by 33 once again. He's been on a handful of plays. That's Nick Perry, the senior linebacker. He drags him down after just a modest gain of, we'll give him a half yard. That'll bring up third down and 6 now. Terry and Hatfield, your receivers in the game for the Lakers. McDuffie under center. He makes a man miss. He throws now, and that's in and out of the hands of a would-be receiver who's looking for Michael Terry on the play and able to make the grab. And I really think McDuffie had some room out there had he choosing to tuck it and run, but nonetheless, the Lebanon D does what they have to do to force a fourth down.
I think McDuffie was feeling a little pressure from Lebanon defense. A lineman shot through there kind of at his feet. I think he made him rush that throw just a little bit, creating a little bit of the confusion and miscalculation on the throw.
Offense will remain on the field for this 4th and 6. 6 minutes left in this first half of play. McDuffie fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, and it's Wilsman who once again has a first down. It's going to be close. It looks like he has about 5.5. He needed 5. We'll see, it's very close. I think he's got it. They're going to measure here. We'll see what they call.
While the refs pull out the chains, let's talk about Burger's Smokehouse. Move over, Honey Baked. There's a new country ham in town. That's Burger's Smokehouse in California, Missouri. It's one of the largest country ham producers in the entire USA. Try one and you'll see why they're so popular. Visit them online at smokehouse.com. Have your ham delivered for the holidays or any day.
So that's good for the first down, just like we thought. Just enough for the first down. That's the 3rd time we've seen Wilsman in on a grab. It's his 3rd reception of the night, and they're really using him on the offensive side of the football tonight.
This is a big possession for the Laker offense here in the first half. They just received the ball after their safety, so they're still on that drive. Moving the ball downfield right now and looking to put it in the end zone here from the 16-yard line of the Yellow Jackets.
McDuffie now under center. Gives it ahead to Martin. Ooh, a nice hit by the Yellow Jacket defender. And that's number 8 in on the stop, Scott Mahan, the senior. He comes in and cleans it up quickly after a very short gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 now. Ball placed at the 14-yard line currently. The Lakers hoping to come away with points here. Pitch out to Martin. He cuts inside, follows his blockers, and rumbles ahead before fouling forward to the 10-yard line. So he has 4 yards on the 2nd down carry, and that'll bring up another 3rd down here for Camdenton.
The Lebanon defense getting a little stingy here. They got their backs to their own goal line here, doing a good job of just kind of keeping the Lakers corralled. Got them in a 3rd down position here now.
The Lakers knocking on the doorstep here at the 10-yard line. 3rd and 4. We've got 4:25 to play. McDuffie under center. Takes the snap, gives it to Martin. He runs over a guy, cuts back inside, and he scores. Josh Martin, his 2nd score of the night. This one in outstanding fashion as he runs over a would-be tackler and carries his team into the end zone, and the Lakers now lead by a score of 14-3. And we talked about him in the pregame, and what a run that was.
Yeah, absolutely. Looked like they had him tied up in the backfield, but just kept his legs moving, kept his energy going, did a great job fighting off a tackle and getting in the end zone. Great job by the Laker offense.
Man, I'll tell you what, Martin looked to be stopped after a 1 or 2 yard gain, and he just put a Lebanon defender on the turf. What a run by the young man, the senior, his second score of the night and 6th of the young season already.
Check out this deal you can get at Rick Ball Auto Mall in Sedalia, Ford Lincoln. How about 0% interest for 72 months? Or 0% for 60 months and $1,500 cash back. Go figure. Check it out at Rick Ball Auto Mall.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, McDuffie draws the defense offsides here. They're just having a hard time. McDuffie loves to use that hard count, and it's been effective thus far. So it looks like Camdenton will try, instead of a point after, it looks like they'll try to go for a 2-point conversion, push this to a 16 or a 13-point lead at 16-3, and we'll see if they can be successful here. McDuffie, the handoff to Martin, and he rumbles into the end zone, nearly untouched. So 16-13 your score after Martin finds the end zone once again, this time on a 2-point conversion, and the Camdenton Lakers lead 16-3. You're watching Lake football on Lake TV.
Things are looking up at Yacht Club Power Sports. On the water, in the woods, or on the streets. At Yacht Club Power Sports, we have your ticket to ride. Like an awesome lineup of Can-Am ATVs and side-by-sides. The Can-Am Maverick Max can tear up the trail, or you can make your own trail. Come into Yacht Club Power Sports and check out the all-new Sea-Doo Spark. Things are looking up at Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach, under the big red sign in front of Hy-Vee. Yacht Club Power Sports, where the fun begins and never ends.
Back here on Lake TV, and the Lakers very successful on that drive, and we had talked about Martin obviously in the pregame, and he looks like a tough guy to tackle. I'm not sure I'd like to put on pads and try to tackle that young man. The senior having himself a good night already, and we've still got 4:14 left in this first half. Junior place kicker Nate Paschal, he'll set to kick it deep, and back to return Lane Gross, also a junior. This time Paschal keeps it in play. Gross from his own 7, full head of steam across the 20, cuts back, reversing his field, and stopped there by a couple of Lakers on special team.
Are you a smart saver? Well, you can be by joining Save-A-Lot Smart Shoppers Club. It's free. Just visit savealot.com, click on the Smart Shoppers Club button, and shop at Save-A-Lot in Camdenton. They're just north of Camdenton on Route 5. Stop by and save some money when you shop at Save-A-Lot.
Austin Stamper and Adrian Washington in on the special team stop for the Lakers, so nice job there, and Lebanon takes over at the 27-yard line. Quarterback now looking good. Oh, just out of the reach of a Camdenton defender. And Winfrey a little hot on that pass attempt, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
That's another pass attempt here by the Lebanon offense. Really just kind of put in that position by the score and the time left here in the first half. Let's see what they do on the rest of this drive.
Winfrey now out of the shotgun. Inside handoff. And that's your man, Evans, and he rumbles ahead. That's a good gain on 2nd down. We're going to give him 8 yards across the 36-yard line. Up to the 35, so it's 3rd down and 2 now. Coming up for Lebanon, they've got to find a way to get this ball moving. Winfrey out of the shotgun. He gives it to Evans, and Wrapped up in the backfield. What a play. And that's a Laker. 88 on the play. Joey Ginnings blowing that play up before it has an opportunity to get going, and that's a big loss of 6 yards. So 4th down and 8 now after the play by Ginnings. Man, just when you think Lebanon, they get a 3rd and 2, you think give the ball to Evans, he'll surely be able to get 2. Ginnings had a different idea in mind, and he blew that up in the backfield. So Wise back to return, Tiller back to punt. Good snap, Tiller gets the boot away. Wise over his head, and that'll roll inside the 25 and stop there about the 23-yard line, and that's where the Lakers will take over with 2:39 remaining in this first half. You're watching Laker football on Lake TV.
Hi, Dick Hutchison, and I've got a real estate auction I'd like to tell you about. We will auction 245 acres at Lake of the Ozarks in the Gravois Mills area. It features 1,900 foot of lake frontage along with electricity, roads, and is all surveyed. It's great for a lake home, hunting, fishing, or recreation. The opening bid is only $1,265 per acre, and any bid over that amount and it sells to the high bidder with no reserve. For more information, call me at 573-378-8822 or visit auctionarrows.com.
Back here on Lake TV and under center now. Once again, there's a handoff to Martin. He is rumbled down as Jordan Knight hands it off to him on an inside give, and that's going to go for a loss of a yard or 2.
Lake TV would like to thank all his viewers for tuning in. You can catch the games live on Charter Cable Channel 197 and on the new Como Connect Network, Channel 90. Check out both locations and watch some live high school football every Friday night.
2nd down and 13 now. Knight under center. That ball's on the ground once again. I think Lebanon. No, it looks like Camdenton able to fall on the football. Very fortunate. That play never got developed. The handoff was never given cleanly to Martin. So 3rd down and 15 after a couple-yard loss again. And Coach Christian elects to burn a timeout. He has 2 remaining, and that'll leave him with 1. So we'll take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back on Lake TV.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Introducing the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $20 a month, wash your car as often as you want. Enjoy significant savings and never worry if it's going to rain or not. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time.
0% APR means hot savings.
Right here at Rick Ball Ford.
Get spectacular Ford savings on almost every car and SUV with 0% for 72 months. 0%, 6 years.
Hot summer deal.
At family-owned Rick Ball Ford, Boonville and Sedalia.
Lakers now 3rd and 14 inside their own 20-yard line, just inside of 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Everything gone right thus far for the Lakers. They're up 16-3. Josh Martin has found the end zone twice, and he scored on a 2-point conversion. And the Lakers also added a safety on a high snap on a 4th down punt attempt by the Yellow Jackets earlier. We'll see what they do here on this 3rd down and long. Knight out of the shotgun. He's going to air it out. He's going to be looking deep and overshoots his target by a long shot. That was Michael Terry, the intended receiver. And in on the coverage, Lane Gross stays home and nothing doing. So Lebanon's going to benefit from an incomplete pass. They don't have to burn their last time out. And they'll look to get pretty good field position here as Terry, the intended receiver on that 3rd down play, will now come in and do the punting duties.
Great job by the Lebanon defense there. That was a big set of downs in this football game here in the first half.
Gross takes it at midfield, runs ahead, cuts inside, and all the way up to the 36-yard line, and that's actually Connor Hicks the favorite target earlier. And we got a flag on the field. We've had a handful of those thus far, and they keep raining in, no pun intended.
Quick Car Wash and Lube. A Quick Car is a happy car. Treat your car, truck, van, SUV to a wash job this week at Quick Car. They're on Osage Beach Parkway in Osage Beach. That's Quick Car Wash and Lube.
And that's the third time we've seen this one called. It's a face mask against the Yellow Jackets, and that's going to push them up all the way to their 44-yard line. 46-yard line, rather. 49-yard line. So I guess not consistent on the yardage as far as how many yards these face masks are. It looks like a 12-yard penalty this time. They do maintain possession. They've got great field position here at the 49-yard line with 1:40 left. Winfrey now steps up, throws far sideline. He's got his man inside number 21, and he's inside the 40-yard line, and that's Connor Hicks once again, and he's all the way up to the 38-yard line. That's good for a first down. And Winfrey, hurry up offense here. 1:30 remaining. Winfrey now throws again, and this one's blown dead before it starts.
Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach is proud to announce the addition of 9 new product lines. Yeah, that's right, 9 new lines, such as Vespa, Polaris, Kawasaki, Ducati, and more. Now Yacht Club Power Sports can deliver the best selection and the best prices. Check out their dealership in Osage Beach for your greatest toys.
So it looks like we had a delay of game call, which I find nearly impossible once again, as 25 seconds hadn't even burned off the play clock since the last play of the game clock. But first down and 15 now. Winfrey now in and out of the hands. That's intercepted by Oliver Thompson, and he's up ahead to the 37-yard line. And we're going to have a flag. This is going to be number 23. And that's Elza Evans. He's frustrated on the play, and that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on him. So they'll tack on 15 yards to the interception. And Camdenton should have excellent field position right here, and they should be into the Lebanon territory.
These Lake TV broadcasts of Friday Night Football would not be possible without our sponsor, Burger Smokehouse. It's the best bacon in the country, hands down, and it comes from right here in California. California, Missouri, that is. Once you've tasted Burger Smokehouse bacon, you'll never buy any other brand, I guarantee it. Visit smokehouse.com and bring home the bacon, baby.
So at the 47-yard line as they tack on 15 yards, and that's Evans. Talked about in the pregame. He gets a little over anxious on defense after the interception. 1:18 remaining and a full slew of timeouts for Coach Shore. Out of the shotguns, McDuffie. He takes the snap, now he throws, and that's Terry outside, and he's kept inbounds. The clock will continue to run. That's good for about 4 yards on first down, and Camdenton hurries up. They do have all 3 timeouts like we touched on just a moment ago. And they have it at the 43-yard line of Lebanon. McDuffie now the give to Martin inside. He bounced off a would-be tackler. He keeps the legs moving, and he's all the way down to the 28-yard line. So that's good for 15 yards and a first down.
Yeah, the Camdenton offense doing a great job with this possession right here. 2 plays so far, 2 first downs. Looking right now at the third set of downs at the Lebanon 29-yard line.
So McDuffie now under center. 30 seconds left in this first half. He's got to the 29. He now rolls to his right, and that's a incomplete pass. He was looking for Oliver Thompson. So that'll bring up second down and 10 from the 29-yard line.
That gives the Lakers, gets the clock to stop, gives them the opportunity to regroup here for a few seconds and choose their next play a little more carefully.
25 seconds remaining in this first half of play. McDuffie in there still. Josh Martin in the backfield along with Michael Smythe. McDuffie now throws, looking for the end zone, and that's going to be intercepted. Nice play in the end zone. That's number 19, Brian Stewart, the senior cornerback, and he let that ball fall right into his hands and made a nice play. And that's Camdenton's second turnover of the ball game. This one on an errant throw by quarterback Tyler McDuffie. And Lebanon will take over at their own 20 with 18 seconds left in this first half. Don't go anywhere during the break. We're going to have the Burger Smokehouse halftime report, so we'll have that right back here on LakeTV. But before we do, we've got unfinished business here at Bob Shore Stadium. Out of the shotgun is Winfrey, and that's a high throw. Tried to reel it in was number 2, Lane Gross, and that'll fall incomplete and bring up second down and 10. The Laker faithful fairly quiet after the interception. They had ideas of really expanding this lead. There's the handoff to Evans. He runs into a wall of defenders. Wilsman in on the stop, along with a couple of other Lakers. Landon Knopf as well, and that's going to conclude our first half of play. The score 16-3. We'll be right back for the second half. We'll have a halftime show after this. You wanted.
We'll be right back with more high school football action.
Welcome to Lake of the Ozarks. You're watching Lake TV, your visitor information station, on Charter Cable Channel 197 and Como Connect Channel 90, or from anywhere at mylaketv.com. Stay tuned to Lake TV to get all the latest on activities and attractions, events, entertainment, boating, outdoors, shopping, lake history, and dining at Lake of the Ozarks.
Hi, Dick Hutchison, and I've got a real estate auction I'd like to tell you about. We will auction 245 acres at Lake of the Ozarks in the Gravois Mills area. It features 1,900 foot of lake frontage along with electricity, roads, and is all surveyed. It's great for a lake home, hunting, fishing, or recreation. The opening bid is only $1,265 per acre, and any bid over that amount and it sells to the high bidder with no reserve. For more information, call me at 573-378-8822 or visit auctionarrows.com.
Please welcome the Pride of the Lake Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Paul Bauer, with assistant directors Mike Finn, Amanda Fall, Alyssa Bauer, Tim Merton, Chris Garstone, and Caleb Patterson. Additional staff includes Todd Pagnero, Aaron Short, Christy Patricius, Matthew Vallow, and Austin Jay. The drum majors are Riley Short, Gabby Schulte, and Nick Crockett. Tonight, the Pride of the Lake Band will be performing their show entitled Arabian Odyssey.
we know every dollar means a lot. We make it easy to save on the things you need. Not aisle after aisle of products that you don't. So you save up to 40% on every trip. Save-A-Lot. Savings made easy.
Visit your local Save-A-Lot in Camdenton, located on North Business Route 5.
Where do you find the nation's largest selection of smoked meat gifts? How about a family business with over 60 years of experience? We have something for everyone.
NBA Home Test, where they earn the superior ratings of our home routines. Tonight they are performing a routine choreographed by NBA and Aaron Roberts.
Where do you find the nation's largest selection of smoked meat gifts? How about a family business with over 60 years of experience? We have something for everyone. We're Burger Smokehouse. Simple tradition since 1952.
Nobody but nobody
earns your business like Rick Ball Ford.
Low overhead
Means everyday low prices, big trade-ins,
and satisfied customers.
Take a little drive this weekend
and save some big bucks. That's the Rick Ball way to buy. Boonville and Sedalia.
Hello, my name is Kevin Nash with Sydney Street Cafe in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm here with Burger Smokehouse, and we're here to show you how to heat up our city ham. You'll notice that it's cryovac in this bag, but these wonderful juices seem to kind of fall to the bottom. I like to save those during our reheating process. You'll notice right away this wonderful smoky aroma that comes out of this ham. And here at Burger Smokehouse, they like to use a 24-hour cooking method with hickory smoke. What I like to do with these delicious hams is just add a little touch to it. And what I like to use is some cloves and some bay leaves, just to add a little flavor and kind of enhance that smokiness that Burger Smokehouse is already incorporated. Now from here, what we like to do is we like to gather any extra fruit or some vegetables. I like to really keep it simple and use some onions and saute those up. We like to use a little blend oil in a hot roasting pan. And we incorporate some of those vegetables and fruits that we have lying around the house. At this point, we just give a nice little saute to them. You don't need to necessarily give a lot of color. Just cook the onions till they're really translucent. Add some fresh herbs. We're almost there, so what I'm going to do is go and get our ham. This is the ham we started to stud with the bay leaves and the cloves. And we have a finished product that we have here that's going to be ready for the oven. What I like to do is set it right on top of all that fruit and those vegetables. Because the ham is cooked already, all we're going to do is heat it up. So this is going to allow to keep a nice moisture on the base and allow a nice color to incorporate in the oven. With every ham from Burger Smokehouse is a honey glaze that's incorporated within the packaging. This is a wonderful, wonderful product. It allows just a nice glisten and it helps accent that really nice hickory smoke. What I do here is we open it and reheat it in a little small pot. I have some already working for us. And then from that point on, I just add, right in the beginning, I like to add just a little of the glaze and kind of incorporate it throughout the heating process. So after we apply our glaze, it's into the oven. We like to heat this up at a 350-degree oven, and it's really to your desired temp. Because the ham is already cooked, we just want to get to what we feel that we want to serve it. I don't like to really take it over 145 because it tends to dry out the ham and all that wonderful work that Burger Smokehouse has achieved.
Back here on Lake TV, just in time for Kendrick Tiller to kick it deep to start this second half. A high end-over-end kick takes a dangerous bounce, and we'll see who comes up with this one. I believe the Lakers did, but nice trickery tried right there by the Yellow Jackets of Lebanon, and I think Camdenton did recover. So after a first half of play, we saw Camdenton get a couple of scores from their senior tailback, Josh Martin. He also added a 2-point conversion. And then the safety on the high snap on the punt attempt. All the Yellow Jackets were able to come away with was a field goal from 33 yards out off the foot of Tiller. And the Lakers do maintain possession here. So first down and 10 from their own 26-yard line. We're set to play football once again, and Tyler McDuffie in at quarterback to start this second half. The give outside, and a nice hit. Inside, I don't know who the tailback was. That was Martin, the ball carrier, and he gets about 6 on first down. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7, and the Lakers start the second half off right where they left off in the first half, on the legs of Josh Martin.
Looks good.
Martin remains in at tailback. That's the handoff to fullback Smythe once again, and he gets about a yard before being drugged to the turf. The first Yellow Jacket in on the stop. That's Caleb McGinnis. And he gets him to the ground, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 now. And we're going to have movement, it looks like, here.
While the refs sort this out, Let's thank Burger Smokehouse. They've been serving simple tradition since 1952. That's Burger Smokehouse in California, Missouri. They can ship your custom gift packs to all 50 states, and it doesn't get much better than that. Visit them online at smokehouse.com and place an order and get your ham in the mail.
So that's a costly false start on 3rd down and 3, and that'll back it up to a tougher down to manage, or distance to go rather. And 3rd down and 8 now inside their own 30. Be a statement right here to start this second half if the Yellow Jackets could force Camdenton to punt. McDuffie now rolls out, pump fakes, now looks, and nice job flying in there and making that an incomplete pass. The coverage on the play by Brian Stewart. He was the interceptor earlier. So he's a tough cornerback here for this Yellow Jackets, and they do just that, holding him on their first possession, and looks like they'll be forced to punt as Michael Terry comes in, looking to kick it deep, and back for the Yellow Jackets, Connor Hicks, the junior. Terry, a high kick, not a lot of distance, and that goes out at the 45-yard line. So great field position here for the Yellow Jackets. They take over inside of Camdenton territory. We're going to keep it right here on Lake TV, and while we do,
Lake TV would like to thank Rick Ball Auto Mall. When all the other dealers tell you nobody can beat their deal, head to Rick Ball Ford Lincoln in Sedalia and ask for Mr. Nobody. Rick Ball Ford Lincoln, that's the home of Mr. Nobody. Well, you couldn't imagine the second half starting much better for Lebanon. They get the stop they're looking for, and then on the special teams, picked up great field position.
Evans, meanwhile, the ball carrier. And we got some extracurricular activity, and we're going to get a flag. And I believe this is going to be on Camdenton for unsportsmanlike conduct late in the play. And you've got to keep your head about you, and that's going to be Joey Ginnings. We talked about him earlier, and he is the culprit on the personal foul, and that's going to be another 15 yards added on to the end of the run for Lebanon.
Yeah, not very smart there by the Camdenton defense, losing their cool a little bit and costing their team some yardage. Are you a smart saver? Well, you can be by joining Save-A-Lot Smart Shoppers Club. It's free. Just visit savealot.com and click on Smart Shoppers Club. You can always shop a lot when you shop at Save-A-Lot.
So out of the shotgun here, inside handoff, and look at that. We've got a flag on the play once again. The handoff was the 27, Brandon Horsley. We've seen that play a handful of times already. It's going to be a hold against Lebanon right after they gain the first down on the penalty. On those plays on the unsportsmanlike conduct, it's not normally the original guy that gets flagged. It's the guy that tries to retaliate that gets caught because the official sees it so blatantly, normally after the play. And that was the case on the last play for Ginnings. And luckily for him, Lebanon gives 10 yards of it right back on the hold. Here's the handoff to Evans now. Couple of players in there for Camdenton. Nice tackle by Jordan Knight, quarterback, and he's slow to get up. He looks shaken up. We'll keep an eye on him. Also in on the tackle is Alex Wilsman. We've called his name a handful of times. 2nd down and 20 now for Lebanon. 9:20 left in this third quarter of play. Out of the shotgun is Winfrey. Evans to his right. Winfrey now looks right, steps up in the pocket. He's got some daylight across the 30. Down to the 23-yard line before being upended there. That's a nice play there by Winfrey to recognize the middle of the field wide open, and he takes it for 13 yards. That's going to bring up a much more manageable 3rd and 7 after that run.
A great job by Lebanon quarterback. Just not seeing anybody open in the flat where he was looking to go on the right side. Just tucked the ball down, picked up some good yardage.
So Winfrey, the ball carrier, he's out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Steps up in the pocket. He's got room again. He tucks it across the 20. Outside, and what a block by number 7 for Lebanon. Springing his quarterback for the first down. And that right there was Kendrick Tiller, the special teams guy. He comes back and makes a great block. And that allowed Winfrey enough space out in the flat to get the first down. So Nice job right here by Lebanon. Once again, they get the first down and have themselves a fresh set of downs inside the 15-yard line of the Lakers.
They've done a great job at the start of the second half, just doing everything right, getting themselves in position to get right back in this ball game. Camdenton leads right now by a score of 16-3.
Winfrey now gives it to Evans. He cuts back inside. In on the tackle, that's your cornerback Tyler McDuffie. Wrestles him to the ground with the help of a couple other Laker tacklers. That's another decent gain on first down. It's good for 5, and that'll bring up second down and 5 from the Laker 8-yard line.
Lebanon offense getting its play in from the sidelines. Let's see if they're looking for their man Evans. See if he can smell the end zone.
It is Evans on the give inside, but there's a handful of Lakers in on the stop, including number 77, Bailey Parrish with the tackle. And Justin Murdoch as well in on the stop. So here's a big third down for Lebanon. 3rd down and 6 with 7:05 left in this third quarter. Under center is Winfrey. They fake the handoff to Evans. Now rolling out. We've got a hold. Looking for the end zone. That's a touchdown, but we're going to have a hold on number 74, the offensive lineman, Hayden Weddle. He's the culprit on the play. It was clear as day. The hold right there was right in front of the official, and he makes the flag. So the touchdown was good to number 34, K is Gillen, but it'll be negated by the hold.
These LakeTV broadcasts would not be possible without the support of our sponsors and the community. So we'd like to thank Quick Car Wash and Lube. They've got a deal that's hard to pass up. The $20 a month unlimited wash club. Wash your vehicle as often as you like every day for $20 a month. Join the club today at Quick Car and keep your car looking clean.
That's going to bring it back to a 3rd down and 18 now from the 21-yard line. Winfrey now over the seam, looks the middle and broken up. That's a beautiful play by number 22, Oliver Thompson, who already has an interception on the night. Looking for his target, number 2, Lane Gross, but nice play by the defender Thompson, who already has an interception on the evening. 4th down and 18 now. You're going to get to see how good Tiller's leg really is, as he's going to be attempting a 37-yarder here. Here's the, oh, it's a fake now. Tiller trying to get outside. He does, and taken down there, having none of that. And that's Jacob Wise on the stop. Beautiful play by the senior to stay home, and that fake field goal attempt fooled nobody. Nice job by the Lakers. They'll take over on downs at their own 16-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like Lebanon was just looking to make something happen in this football game. They've only got 3 points at this point here in the third quarter. Really need to do something to get some more points on the board and get right back in this football game. They've done a great job to start this second quarter, just unable to put some points on the board and really help out their team.
Not sure about that call by Coach Christian. You're 4th and 16. The kid's got the field goal, does Tiller. We've seen tonight he's got the distance from 40, but here's the pitch outside. Martin now up ahead. He's got close to 1st down yardage. We're going to give him 8 up to the 24-yard line, so good 1st down carry by Martin there. And the Lakers now looking to get out of their own end here a little bit.
A great job by the offensive line for the Lakers, getting a great push on the right-hand side and moving the ball upfield, picking up 8 yards on 1st down.
Tell you what, this offensive line looks good. They're happy to get Henry Brownell back tonight healthy. Had some health issues this week, and he's in there playing well. Here's the handoff to Martin now. Tough hit, but he's got 1st down yardage up to the 30. That's good for 5 yards and another Laker 1st down.
LakeTV would like to thank all its viewers for tuning in. You can watch LakeTV and Friday Night Football live every Friday on Charter Cable 197 and Como Connect Channel 90. So check us out every Friday. We'll be bringing you live high school football.
Also watch from your smartphone anywhere at mylaketv.com for live feed. Anywhere you can get 4G or LTE coverage, we'll have it live for you all season long. Josh Martin now outside. He's got some room. Nice block by Smythe, and we've got a penalty after about a 5-yard gain on the play.
Yacht Club Power Sports, the nation's #1 Sea-Doo dealer, is here at the Lake of the Ozarks. Stop by and check out their invoice sale for the lowest prices of the year. Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach and online at ycpowersports.com.
So we got a hold against the Lakers here, and that's going to bounce them back a little bit.
Yeah, these refs can't seem to keep the flags in their pocket. I just cannot believe the amount of times we've seen Laundry on the field tonight. Really creating for a kind of funky pace to this football game so far.
So under center right now, you've got I wouldn't say backup quarterback, but splitting the duties, Jordan Knight, and now we got another flag on the play, and we may be here all night.
Yeah, it looks like I jinxed them, but while we've got a second, we'll talk about Burger's Smokehouse. If you're looking for a new way to say howdy, how about a food or gift package from Burger's Smokehouse? They ship nationwide. That's Burger's Smokehouse on Highway 87 in California, Missouri. You can also check them out online at smokehouse.com and have your meat delivered.
We got a score from Warsaw at Osage. It was tied 0-0 after the first quarter of play. We'll see if we can't get you another score update on that. Here's outside now. There's the give on the end around. Interesting play. A nice run, and look at the young man go. That's number 22, Oliver Thompson. He gets positive yardage up to the 35-yard line. We'll give him 5 yards on the carry, and we've got someone down on the field and hurt. So we'll check on this when we get back. You're watching Lake Area Football on Lake TV.
Where do you find the nation's largest selection of smoked meat gifts? How about a family business with over 60 years of experience? We have something for everyone. We're Burger Smokehouse. Simple tradition since 1952.
0% APR means hot savings.
Right here at Rick Ball Ford.
Get spectacular Ford savings on almost every car and SUV with 0% for 72 months. 0% 6 years.
Hot summer deal.
At family-owned Rick Ball Ford, Boonville and Sedalia.
At Save-A-Lot, we know every dollar means a lot. We make it easy to save on the things you need. Not aisle after aisle of products that you don't. So you save up to 40% on every trip. Save-A-Lot. Savings made easy.
Visit your local Save-A-Lot in Camdenton, located on North Business Route 5.
Back here on Lake TV, and CJ Stanton, the injured Laker, and he gets up on his own power and limps off the field, getting a loud cheer from the Laker faithful. In your situation, 5:09 left in the third quarter of play. Lakers lead 16-3 and have it second down and 5 at their own 35-yard line.
It looks like CJ just really got a bad cramp going there in his calf muscle. They're trying to massage it out, see if they can get him back on the football. CJ's got high expectations for this year and looking for nothing less than All-State again. So CJ looking for big things again this year here at Camdenton.
Yeah, solid player. Talk about his honors a season ago, and he's hoping to repeat that this year. Here's Knight, the pitch outside to Martin, trying to get outside. He cuts back inside and then taken down at about the 41. We'll give him yardage up to the 42. That's good for 7. And another Laker first down, so they continue to move the sticks. That's their second first down on this possession. And they've got it up to the 42-yard line.
That was an impressive run by the running back. Did a great job of just kind of stringing out the defense, then just kind of planted his foot in the ground and took off upfield, picking up a first down for the Lakers.
So Jordan Knight now under center. Gives the handoff to Martin. Good push right there by Smythe. Cutting back inside's Martin, and he rumbles ahead to the 41-yard line of the Yellow Jackets, and that's a solid run right there. Good for 17 yards, and Martin continues to gain yardage in bunches.
The Laker offense doing a great job on this drive. Just switching the field position, eating some time off the clock. Just trying to take full control of this game right here on this drive.
Okay, that's cool.
So Knight under center. Yeah, we got a false start on the play. Impressive blowing through there for Lebanon. Too bad the play didn't stand because number 30, Adrian Palmer, blew through. He knew the snap count better than some of the Lakers, and he was back in Knight's grill right as that play started.
Yeah, the Lebanon defense has been doing that all night. I've seen number 30, number 33 for Lebanon really just kind of trying to time that snap count just right and burst through the Camdenton offensive line, trying to disrupt the play.
Yeah, these linebackers, Adrian Palmer and Nick Piercy, guessing that snap count and guessing it right on some occasions, but they have jump off sides a handful of times as well. So backed up to a 1st and 15 now. Knight the pitch outside to Martin. A good push, cuts back inside, does Martin. He gets pushed ahead, and he's going to have about 5 yards on the first down carry. Getting back to the original line of scrimmage.
And Martin looked like a pinball out there, getting knocked around a little bit, trying to make his way back to the middle of the field. But a good job by the offensive line, the Laker offense, just picking up some of that penalty yardage right back.
Like to thank our partners for giving us the updates at the game so far tonight. Heather Amato at the Osage game, and of course the ever so beautiful Jenica Weaver giving us the update from the Versailles game. Under centers, Knight, he pitches out to Martin, weaves his way inside a few Lebanon defenders before being upended and taken down there. And once again, he's got about 4, maybe 5 on the first down carry.
Lakers making an offensive substitution. Trying to figure out what they're going to do here on 3rd and what's about 6.
Just about 3rd and 6, and Jordan Knight runs from the sideline as he's got his sign. I never did understand that, making your quarterback run to the sideline between plays. He gets gassed, you would think, bringing the play into the offense, but you always see that at the high school level. So Knight now gives it ahead. That's the ball carrier number 22. He's got some daylight. And guess who? It's your playmaker, Oliver Thompson, who had an interception earlier. And on this one, he's got big yardage all the way down to the 15. Number 22 gains 22 yards on 3rd down and 5, and that's good for a big Laker first down.
Yeah, Thompson's really been taking advantage of his opportunities in this football game. Been doing a great job for this Camdenton Laker football team.
Yeah, indeed he has, and 22 yards on that 3rd down and 5, and they convert and get a fresh set. So quarterback Jordan Knight will see if he can't punch it in here. That's Martin now. He up ahead, and you talked about a pinball earlier. Once again, he gets ricocheted around inside, and there's some big guys for Lebanon, but Martin puts his head down and gets 4 on the first down carry, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Looks like they brought Jordan Knight, number 7 for the Lakers, back into the football game.
They've been orchestrating this drive nicely. All you got to do is hand the ball off to guys like Josh Martin and Oliver Thompson, and they do the rest. Here's the handoff to Martin. He's outside. He's got his head down, and he's in. All the way from the 10-yard line, and Martin had his 3rd score of the night, 7th of the season. And what a ball game he's having so far.
Yeah, Martin with a great job. He's really got a nose for the end zone so far this season, picking up another touchdown on a great run up the gut, right through the heart of the Lebanon defense. A great job by number 45, Martin, and the Laker offensive line getting that push.
Yeah, you talk about it. Josh Martin, he was our guy to watch early in the ball game, as was Urza Evans, but the guy stealing the show tonight has been Josh Martin. Anything you can do, I can do better, and thus far that's come to fruition for Mr. Martin, as we talked about, his 3rd score already. And there you see about everyone but one player on the Lebanon defense jumps offside, and that's that hard count we talked about by McDuffie and Knight. And you can just credit that to good coaching by Coach Short and his staff, telling these quarterbacks, let's get the hard count rolling, see if we can't get a little free yardage And that's the 4th or 5th time tonight we've seen that.
Yeah, the 2nd time alone on an extra point attempt. And now they're just moving the ball even closer to that goal line, looking to pick up another 2 points here.
Martin on the evening, he already has 20 points himself with the 3 scores and the 2-point conversion. Here's Knight, it's Martin, he rumbles ahead and he's got the 2-point conversion. The young man does it again, and that extends this Camdenton lead to a score of 24-3. They have a nice lead right here, leading by 21.
And that scoring drive was brought to you by Rick Ball Auto Mall. They've got all new 2015 F-150. Be the first in your town to own one. We're taking orders right now for the totally redesigned F-150 at Rick Ball Ford Lincoln in Sedalia.
So Josh Martin, we talked about it in the pregame. What a ball game he's having. 7 scores already, and we're just in week 3. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to the NFL football season getting underway, mainly because I'm a huge fantasy football guy. I don't know if Josh Martin's still available on your roster, but if he is, he's getting you huge points out there, folks, because 3 scores, 2 2-point conversions, and I'm sure he's well over 150 yards already.
Yeah, absolutely. He's put this Camdenton team on his back, done a great job putting his team in the end zone 3 different times. What a great start to the season for Martin.
This Camdenton defense, they've been stingy so far, giving up very little, and it doesn't look like Lebanon's getting much going in the second half either. So here's the kick now by Paschal. That's in and out of the hands. And looky there, great coverage. And you got a flag. And I think you not only do you maybe have a late hit, you're going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct. No room for that in football. You're already ahead very handily, so there is no room for that at the high school level. Not to take away from Camdenton's effort thus far, but Coach Shore, he'll get in the face of players, I imagine.
As the refs clean up the laundry on the field. Speaking of clean, let's talk about Quick Car Wash and Lube. They've got the 48-hour clean car guarantee. If it rains and spots your car, if a bird makes an unwanted deposit, or you drive down a dusty road, whatever it is, Quick Car will wash it again for free within 48 hours. Just save your receipt, roll out of there looking as good as new. That's Quick Car Wash and Lube in Osage Beach.
That's just good marketing. If a bird makes a deposit you don't want, that happens ever so often with my vehicle. It seems like that thing's got something in it that just begs those birds to leave an unwanted deposit. New quarterback Cody Lundgren in there. He throws right into the hands of Kendrick Tiller, the punter, and he takes it all the way back to the house. And this one is getting out of hand quick. Defensively, Tiller takes it back to the house for nearly 20 yards and just staring down his player the whole time was quarterback. And Jordan Knight, rather, their quarterback for the Lakers, picks that one off and takes it back to the house. What a play. And right as Luke Winfrey gets taken out of the ball game for Cody Lundgren, it proves costly for the Yellow Jackets, and that's a great job by Jordan Knight to jump that and take it all the way back to the house. The extra point up, and it's good. That's Nate Paschal, kicks it up and through. So the Lakers lead 31-3. You're watching Lake Area Football on LakeTV.
Hi, Dick Hutchison, and I've got a real estate auction I'd like to tell you about. We will auction 245 acres at Lake of the Ozarks in the Gravois Mills area. It features 1,900 foot of lake frontage along with electricity, roads, and is all surveyed. It's great for a lake home, hunting, fishing, or recreation. The opening bid is only $1,265 per acre, and any bid over that amount and it sells to the high bidder with no reserve. For more information, call me at 573-378-8822 or visit auctionarrows.com.
Back here on LakeTV, where the Lakers are extending this lead in every which way, whether getting good field position on special teams, on the legs of Josh Martin, or even defensively now with the pick six by quarterback Jordan Knight. Nate Paschal out to kick now. Paschal kicks it deep. And that's way back there. Lane Gross now takes it from inside his 10. Reverses field, and we got a block in the back near side against Lebanon. You would think they would quit this illegal block in the back and holding. We've seen so many penalties already.
I really can't even count how many times we've seen laundry on the field tonight. But while we've got a moment, let's thank Burger Smokehouse. It's the best bacon in the country, hands down, and it comes from California. California, Missouri, that is. Once you've tasted Burger Smokehouse bacon, you will never try any other brand, guaranteed. Visit smokehouse.com and bring home some Burger Smokehouse bacon.
So the flag picked up and waved. I can't shake out of my head, partner, a bird leaving an unwanted deposit. What's a wanted deposit by a bird? I don't think a bird would put anything on your car you want, especially after the beautiful wash and wax job Quick Lube just did for us. I'll tell you what, fantastic job they do. Oh, across the middle, it's playmaker number 21 makes a man miss across midfield. And look at Connor Hicks go all the way inside the 35 before being taken down there at the 32-yard line. Tell you what, Luke Winfrey back in there at quarterback after one play going the other direction, and coach decides, let's put that young man back in the ballgame, and a big play there as he finds Connor Hicks. And I'll tell you, that kid is a specimen for the Yellow Jackets, not giving a lot of opportunity tonight to stride, but when he has, he's made the most of it.
Yeah, he really has a good motor.
Winfrey now. Looking across the side for him again, and he stutter steps his way across the 20, and he has about 13 yards. So Connor Hicks, what have you done for me lately? And how about a couple nice plays after the nice catch and run? And Hicks having himself a ball game like we talked about. And the Yellow Jackets quickly up inside Laker territory. They've got it 1st and 10 at the Laker 20. Winfrey now, the give to Evans. Evans makes a man miss. Pyle drives his way ahead, and that's a nice tackle right there by Oliver Thompson, making things happen on both sides of the ball.
Got Lebanon looking to kind of jump right back in this football game. Two big plays in a row here, and now they've got a little momentum down in the Lakers end zone.
Winfrey now out of the shotgun. Ooh, in and out of the hands. I don't know. You can't like that call. It was strictly shoulder to the head. What you're going to get is a personal foul, hitting a defenseless receiver. You see that at all levels, and you really hate to see it, but Tiller was extended to make the play, and you can't argue with the call. I mean, it's cut and dry all across football. If you hit a defenseless receiver, you're going to get flagged for it, and they're getting ever so strict the last couple of years, and more so this year. You talk about penalties that change every year, and this is one they're going to be very, very careful about. You see post-traumatic stress and brain trauma for football players, and it's those hits you take over time that really add up and end up taking a toll on a man. And I'll tell you what, that was a bone-crushing hit on Tiller. Here's Winfrey now with the keeper. He's inside the 5, and I think he's going to be close to the end zone. We do have a flag. Could see a hold here against Lebanon. This would be devastating for Coach Christian and his squad if this one gets called back. And it's just that. It's going to be a hold against the Yellow Jackets. And you got to feel for Coach Christian on the far sideline. Your team's down 28 points. You're having a hard time getting anything going. Right as you do, you get another penalty.
Yeah, while the refs walk this one off, we'd like to thank Yacht Club Power Sports for helping to make this broadcast possible. They've been a proud supporter of high school football here on Lake TV, and we'd like to thank Yacht Club Power Sports. Go give them a visit over in Osage Beach.
So 1st and 10 now from the 15, or 1st and goal from the 15-yard line. Inside, and it's our man Connor inside the 20, inside the 10, and he's to the house. Connor Hicks makes a play, bouncing off a would-be tackler, and he's in from 15 yards out for the score. So nice to see the young man get a score after his night.
That Lebanon scoring drive was brought to you by Burger Smokehouse. Move over, Honey Baked. There's a new country ham in town. Burger Smokehouse in California, Missouri is one of the largest country ham producers in the USA. Try one and you'll see why. Visit them online, smokehouse.com. Have your ham and other meat products delivered right to your front door. That's smokehouse.com.
So maybe a 2-point conversion attempt here. We've got a timeout. Burned by Lebanon. So we're going to give you a commercial break. You're watching Lake Area Football on Lake TV.
Welcome to Lake of the Ozarks. You're watching Lake TV, your visitor information station, on Charter Cable Channel 197 and Como Connect Channel 90, or from anywhere at mylaketv.com. Stay tuned to Lake TV to get all the latest on activities and attractions, events, entertainment, boating, outdoors, shopping, lake history, and dining at Lake of the Ozarks.
Hi, Dick Hutchinson.
Back here on Lake TV, and Tiller now in to attempt the point after the nice touchdown by Connor Hicks. The kick is up. The kick is good, so Tiller drives one through, and Lebanon cuts into this gigantic Laker lead. It's 31-10 with 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We'll be back with the rest of this one on Lake TV.
Sean, tell them it's about to pour.
Your vehicle, it's part of who you are. It's your partner in weekday traffic and your passport to weekend fun. It's your sometimes office and your all-the-time concert hall. For all your vehicle is to you, isn't it time you did something for it too? Introducing the Quick Car Monthly Unlimited Wash Club. For only $20 a month, wash your car as often as you want. Enjoy significant savings and never worry if it's going to rain or not. Join the Wash Club today. Quick Car, quick, easy, and professional every time.
Back here on Lake TV, and Lebanon now cuts into the lead. It's a 21-point game with 26 seconds remaining, and you see Camdenton here guarding against the onside kick attempt, which is very possible. Tiller drives a squib. It's bounced, picked up there. A nice piece of tackling right there by Lebanon. That's number 38 on the play. Sorry, number 36, Stuart Allen on the tackle. Camdenton will take over at their own 21-yard line.
Rick Ball Auto Mall and Ford Lincoln in Sedalia. When all the other dealers tell you nobody can beat their deal, head to Rick Ball Ford Lincoln in Sedalia and ask for Mr. Nobody. Rick Ball Ford Lincoln, home of Mr. Nobody.
So now under center, McDuffie out there, pitches out to Martin. He gets outside, and he's across the 25 up to the 26-yard line, so he's good for 6 yards on the first down carry. Maybe 5 yards. So that's going to conclude your third quarter of play here at Bob Shore Stadium. You're watching Lake Area Football from Bob Shore Stadium on Lake TV.
Things are looking up at Yacht Club Power Sports. On the water, in the woods, or on the streets. At Yacht Club Power Sports, we have your ticket to ride. Like an awesome lineup of Can-Am ATVs and side-by-sides. The Can-Am Maverick Max can tear up the trailer. You can make your own trail. Come into Yacht Club Power Sports and check out the all-new Sea-Doo Spark. Things are looking up at Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach, under the big red sign in front of Hy-Vee. Yacht Club Power Sports, where the fun begins and never ends.
0% APR means hot savings.
Right here at Rick Ball Ford.
Get spectacular Ford savings on almost every car and SUV with 0% for 72 months. 0%, 6 years.
Hot summer deal.
At family-owned Rick Ball Ford, Boonville and Sedalia.
We're back here on Lake TV. The Eldon game has also been canceled. They were going to host Blair Oaks tonight in Eldon, Missouri, and that game's been postponed until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Thank Jill Shin for that update. Of course, the Versailles and California game been canceled. That update by the beautiful Jenica Weaver in Versailles. And then Warsaw and Osage was 14-0. The Indians led last time we checked on that one. Heather Amanto giving us live updates from Osage. So the second down carry on 2nd and 6. And that's Keegan Ray, the ball carrier. That's about his 4th or 5th carry of the night. And that's good for a couple yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 here. So McDuffie remains in at quarterback. Martin in at tailback for the Lakers. McDuffie, he'll keep it. He's ahead. He's very close to 1st down yardage. He looks to maybe be a half yard shy, or are they going to give it to him? I think he's got enough for the 1st down, or he's very close. Yeah, 1st down by McDuffie. He keeps his head down and gets just enough yardage on the play.
Camdenton's going to try to keep this clock running, keep the football on the ground, stay in bounds. Just kind of try to ride out the rest of this game from what I can predict.
Something devastating happening here in the booth as we speak. 1st down and 10 now after the 1st down carry. McDuffie under center. He's going to keep it outside himself. He's going to get outside, across midfield, to the 40, to the 30, and a nice block by Martin, but I think it's all for none. We've got Laundry on the field way back here at the 40-yard line, and I think we've got a hold against the Lakers. While we straighten this one out, Osage leads Warsaw by a score of 34-0, 3 minutes left in that one. And Osage 2-0 on the season. They won a nail-biter last week, 35-34 at Moberly. Big plays made in that game by Colin Samuelson, making an outstanding catch late in that game. Jake Omer also had a good ball game, and Osage looks like they're going to start the season 3-0. So that touchdown run by quarterback Tyler McDuffie, all for none. And I'll tell you what, it's not going to count, but you got to love the effort by Josh Martin running down the field and giving a lead block for McDuffie to spring-hold him right into the end zone. But nonetheless, it's going to be 1st and 12 from the 30-yard line. Jordan Knight now in at quarterback after McDuffie scampered all that way for none. Here's the pitch outside. Nice little carry there by Oliver Thompson. He gets about 7 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
Lake TV would like to thank all its viewers for tuning in to Friday night game of the week here on Lake TV. You can catch us on Charter Cable, channel 197, and in our new location on the Como Network, channel 90. Check it out and stay tuned for high school football action every Friday night.
Here's Knight now under center. Nice carry once again. That's another Laker 1st down on the legs of Oliver Thompson.
Are you a smart shopper? You can be by joining Save-A-Lot's Smart Shopper Club. It's free. Just visit savealot.com, click on Smart Shoppers Club, and you can always save a lot when you shop at Save-A-Lot. They're on Route 5, just north of Camdenton.
So Jordan Knight remains in there after the 1st down. The Lakers have it at their own 45-yard line. 9:40 left in this ball game. Lakers have this one in control with a score of 31-10. Here's the pitch outside, and look at the young man run. It's Thompson once again. He gets about 6 yards before being taken down on that one. All season long, catch high school football in the Lake area. We've got some great teams to cover, whether it's the Eldon Mustangs, California Pintos, these Camdenton Lakers, the Versailles Tigers, and even the 3-0 Osage Indians. Don't hesitate to watch high school football all season long on Lake TV. Tell you what, Osage off to a quick start under new head coach Devin Johnson. Back in the game now is McDuffie on the option. He gives it out to Martin, and Martin falls ahead. And he's got big yardage. We're going to give him 11 up to the 37-yard line, and he just keeps adding the yardage total up and up. What a start to this season this young man has had.
Yeah, McDuffie did a great job on that option play, just kind of drawing the Lebanon defender right into him and just pitch it out to the running back, and was able to pick up another Camdenton Laker first down.
Yeah, he waited just long enough to keep Lebanon defenders on their feet. No idea what he was going to do, and waited, like I said, enough time to give his ball carrier enough room outside. McDuffie now lines up under center. Martin the tailback. That's going to be an inside give, and Lebanon smelled that one out early. Keegan Ray, the ball carrier for the Lakers, he gets about 2 yards before being upended right there at the 35-yard line. We've got 8 minutes left in this ball game.
Yeah, I think just enough time. I was going to give a little weather update. It looks like I see some lightning off in the distance. Looks like another storm might be rolling through here in mid-Missouri. So let's hope we can get this game finished up here. The Lakers can get out of here with another victory here at home.
McDuffie now under center. He's going to keep it. Be gobbled up there. Lucky to get positive yardage. He gets 2 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Burger Smokehouse has been serving up simple tradition since 1952. That's Burger Smokehouse in California, Missouri. They ship custom gift packs to all 50 states. It doesn't get much better or easier than that. Visit them online at smokehouse.com and place your meat order today.
Kenyon Breedlove in on the stop for Lebanon. Camdenton here faced with a 3rd down and 6. 7:10 left in the ball game. Jordan Knight in at quarterback. And it looks like Camdenton's going to call a timeout. That's their first of the second half. So we're going to take a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Zero percent APR means hot savings.
Right here at Rick Ball Ford.
Get spectacular Ford savings on almost every car and SUV with 0% for 72 months. 0% 6 years.
Hot summer deal.
At family-owned Rick Ball Ford, Boonville and Sedalia.
At Save-A-Lot, we know every dollar means a lot. We make it easy to save on the things you need. Not aisle after aisle of products that you don't. So you save up to 40% on every trip. Save-A-Lot. Savings made easy.
Visit your local Save-A-Lot in Camdenton. Located on North Business Route 5.
Back here on Lake TV, I'm William Holtz. My color commentator, Matt Wamser. And fun night of football here in Camdenton tonight. The Lakers having their way with the Yellow Jackets. 31-10, 7:09 left in the ball game, and Camdenton faced with a 3rd down and 6 at the 33-yard line of the Yellow Jackets.
Lake TV would like to thank Yacht Club Power Sports. Without their support, these great broadcasts on Friday night would not be possible. They're bringing 9 new product lines to their location there in Osage Beach. They're bringing Vespa, Polaris, Kawasaki, Ducati, and more. Now Yacht Club Power Sports can deliver the best selection and the best prices. So check out their dealership in Osage Beach and see what kind of deals you can get.
So it'll be Jordan Knight in there at quarterback here for Camdenton. There's the give to Martin. He rumbles ahead forward, and he's going to be stopped about a yard shy of the 1st down, and that'll bring up a 4th down and 1 just inside of 7 minutes. And with a 21-point lead, I don't think there'd be any reason to try to kick the field goal at this point in time.
Yeah, just keep the ball on the ground, try and pick up a 1st down, keep the clock going, and get out of here with a victory.
Crowd is thinning out a little bit. Most Laker fans have a feel this one's pretty much over at this point in time. Here's the give to Martin on 4th down and 1. He's got first down yardage inside the 25, and the Lakers keep the chains moving on the legs of no other than Josh Martin. He'll be spelled on this play by number 22, Oliver Thompson, who's had an impressive ball game himself. Obviously not the yardage or scoring plays that Martin's had, but Thompson's been a big factor in this ball game, whether defensively, on special teams, or, of course, carrying the football.
Yeah, he's really done the best to make the most of his opportunities. They've got a great back in Martin, but Thompson is a great complement to his power and size.
Fake handoff, wide opens Wilsman over the middle, just overshot his man. Did Knight, and he knew it because that play looked run all the way, and Wilsman just sneaks out up the seam, and I saw it from the get-go. It looked like he was going to have a touchdown, and Knight a little over antsy overshoots his target.
Yeah, Knight trying to put the dagger in the heart of the Lebanon fans here in Camdenton. Just overshot his target by just a touch.
I like the way they use Wilsman at number 90. He lines up with that tight end position. He blocks like a lineman, and he can get out there in space and make things happen. Knight now the pitch. Oh, and a nice hit by a handful of Lebanon defenders as Oliver Thompson gets rode to the turf. He's ahead to the 20-yard line, and he's got 3 yards on that second down carry. So a handful of substitutions by the Lakers here.
While the Lakers bring this play in from the sidelines, let's talk about Rick Ball Auto Mall. They've got a new herd of 2015 Mustangs headed for their Ford Lincoln and Sedalia location. Check them out today. Or visit them online, rickballfordsedalia.com. That's Rick Ball, Ford, Lincoln, and Sedalia, home of Mr. Nobody.
So Coach Shore going to burn his second to last time out with 5:13 remaining in this fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, Dick Hutchison, and I've got a real estate auction I'd like to tell you about. We will auction 245 acres at Lake of the Ozarks in the Gravois Mills area. It features 1,900 foot of lake frontage along with electricity, roads, and is all surveyed. It's great for a lake home, hunting, fishing, or recreation. The opening bid is only $1,265 per acre, and any bid over that amount and it sells to the high bidder with no reserve. For more information, call me at 573-378-8822 or visit auctionarrows.com.
We're back here at Bob Shore Stadium. Camdenton Lakers standing over the football at the Lebanon 20-yard line.
Knight now rolls out. He's getting flush from the pocket, and he takes a hit, a couple of them, and then he's ridden hard to the turf by tackler number 30, Adrian Palmer. We touched on earlier with a nice hit, but heads-up play by quarterback Jordan Knight. Give credit to our producer, Sean Coburn, in the booth, keeping us mindful of the clock situation, and Knight did an excellent job. It would have been easy to go out of bounds and not take a hit. He chose to stay in bounds and keep that clock running.
Yeah, heads-up play by the quarterback for the Lakers.
So 4th down and 7 at the 21-yard line. 4:25 left. Knight out of the shotgun. He's going to throw it up. Looking for his man, number 15, Dylan Decker, just over his reach. And the Lakers will turn it over on downs at their own, or at the 21-yard line, and Lebanon takes over at their own 21-yard line with 4:15 remaining.
Yeah, Decker did a great job there of becoming a defensive back and just kind of swatting that ball out of the air, avoiding the interception.
Almost would have worked better of him to just let it be intercepted inside the 5. Nonetheless, Lebanon takes over, in a pretty impressive performance tonight by Camdenton. I know Coach Shore probably wants to clean up on the couple of turnovers they had and the handful of penalties, but I'll tell you what, it was just a good overall performance by the Lakers, and they should improved to 2-0. Nice play. Deflected and incomplete. Nice play by quarterback Jordan Knight to deflect that. Still in there hurling the ball at quarterback for Fulton, Luke Winfrey. That one nearly pulled in by the receiver on the near sideline, but no can do by Jordan Knight as he makes a nice play.
Yeah, I love watching these kids play football, especially someone like Jordan Knight, getting it done on both sides of the line of scrimmage.
There's Evans now. He gets a full head of steam and taken down there by Decker, the tackler. There's the handoff to Evans. He's got first down yardage across the 35 and up to the 38-yard line. Thompson, the tackler there, gets the stop for the Lakers. So out of the shotgun now is Luke Winfrey. Steps up, does Winfrey, and then taken down there. Nice play by Camdenton Laker.
Winfrey was looking to go downfield. Couldn't find anybody open. Just ended up having to eat that for a, well, it looks to be like a sack of about a half-a-yard loss.
Yeah, number 37, Riley Shiver in there on the stop. Here's the throw, number 6, takes it and gobbled up after a short gain. Number 48 there for the Lakers. Kevin Jones, the senior linebacker, in on the coverage, and he stops him there at the 41-yard line. Chad Howerton not getting a lot of room to roam after he makes the reception. Here's the handoff to Evans. He makes a man miss across midfield. And he's all the way down inside the 45 to the 41-yard line. And that's good for Lebanon. First down yardage with 2:20 left in this ball game.
Yeah, what few times Evan has had the ball in his hands tonight, he has impressed me. I don't know if it was the flow of the game or just not sure what was the game plan going in, but he just hasn't had his opportunities tonight to make a huge impact for his football team.
Quarterback Luke Winfrey overshoots his target. He was looking for Connor Hicks, the wide receiver on the far sideline, and that falls incomplete, although it was caught by a coach over there. So second down and 10, 2:13 remaining. Ball at the 41-yard line of Camdenton. Luke Winfrey, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. He's got Elza Evans in the backfield. Winfrey picked off. That's Jacob Wise, and he'd be wise to get out of here with a W if you're the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. That's in and out of the hands of a Lebanon receiver, and Wise grabs it and he secures it there where Camdenton will take over, and I suspect we'll see some of the second and third unit here. McDuffie does make his way back in to finish this one at quarterback. Coach Shore likes to give his starters enough time, and that's true here late in the ball game. You hear the Camdenton fan section. The students are going nuts over here. McDuffie, the handoff to Martin. He keeps his legs rumbling, and actually not Martin in there. That's Carter Williams, the junior running back. He had himself a good ball game a week ago, and he's ahead for a gain of 6. Fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to have Coach Shore in the booth to talk with him after this win for the Lakers. That'll bring up a second down and 4. Williams the carry once again. He's pulled down there and stopped shy of the first down. He's up to the 40-yard line. And they're holding up the state championship trophy from the 2005 season. Down there are the Camdenton Lakers student section. They're excited about this W. Listen to them roar. And look at these fans cheering on their players on the sideline. And they love it. Their young man on the play, and that's Wellsman. And Smythe now falls forward, and he gets stopped shy of a first down. Or the flag, rather, will bring it back shy of a first down. Although it was good for first down yardage. Michael Smythe, the fullback, with the carry.
If you're looking to get high value for your food dollar at true discount prices, that's what Save-A-Lot is all about. You can save even more on Save-A-Lot's own brand. See for yourself when you shop at Save-A-Lot in Camdenton. They're on Route 5 just north of town.
So this one all but over inside of a minute to play. 39 seconds remaining. Zach Ensley, the junior, in the ballgame now. And McDuffie just takes a knee, so one more knee and we'll be all but over here in Camdenton, Bob Shore Stadium, where the Camdenton Lakers improved to 2-1, handing the Lebanon Yellow Jackets their first loss of the season. And Camdenton coach Jeff Shore has to be happy with this performance. We'll have him up here in the booth to interview him after this ball game. And don't go anywhere, because we've got the Burgers Smokehouse post-game wrap-up show right after the last snap is done. And that'll conclude your ball game. Your final from Camdenton, Missouri, 31-10. The Lakers beating the Lebanon Yellow Jackets. What a ball game for Camdenton. And your player of the game, running back Josh Martin, well over 175 yards, finds the end zone 3 times, 2 two-point conversions. That's your Burger Smokehouse player of the game.
Absolutely. What a great job by Evans. Really putting the team on his back, doing everything he can to earn this victory here for the Lakers. LakeTV would like to thank its sponsor, all of its sponsors, for making these broadcasts possible. We've got Save-A-Lot in Camdenton, Burger Smokehouse right there in Backyard, California, Missouri, Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach. We've got Rick Ball Auto Mall, Ford Lincoln in Sedalia, and Quick Car Wash and Lube. We'd like to thank them all for their support, bringing you another live coverage of Friday night high school game of the week.
Next week, LakeTV will be in California to display that new beautiful stadium there. We'll have that one for you. We'll be on the air live at 6:50 for pregame. Matt Wams will be doing the play-by-play next week, as William Holtz, your normal play-by-play guy, will be out of the state. So you're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Area football. What a ball game we had tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a little sloppy with some of the penalties, but overall, I think the Lakers did a great job, kind of dominating possession. Really put together some great drives. And what can you say about their running back, number 45, Josh Martin? He did a fabulous game tonight, and well-deserved victory for the Lakers.
We're going to give you a commercial break. We'll be right back with the Burger Smokehouse wrap-up show, player of the game, and coach's interview after this.
Matt, can you help those guys in by any chance?
I told Andrew to go home.
The opening bid is only $1,265 per acre, and any bid over that amount, and it sells to the high bidder with no reserve. For more information, call me at 573-378-8822 or visit auctionarrows.com.
APR means hot savings.
Right here at Rick Ball Ford.
Get spectacular Ford savings on almost every car and SUV with 0% for 72 months, 0% 6 years.
Hot summer deal.
At family owned Rick Ball Ford, Boonville and Sedalia.
At Save-A-Lot, we know every dollar means a lot. We make it easy to save on the things you need. Not aisle after aisle of products that you don't. So so you save up to 40% on every trip. Save-A-Lot. Savings made easy.
Visit your local Save-A-Lot in Camdenton, located on North Business Route 5.
Hello, my name is Kevin Nash with Sydney Street Cafe in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm here with Burgers Smokehouse, and we're here to show you how to heat up our city ham. You'll notice that it's cryovac in this bag, but these wonderful juices seem to kind of fall to the bottom. I like to save those during our reheating process. You'll notice right away this wonderful smoky aroma that comes out of this ham. And here at Burger Smokehouse, they like to use a 24-hour cooking method with hickory smoke. What I like to do with these delicious hams is just add a little touch to it. And what I like to use is some cloves and some bay leaves, just to add a little flavor and kind of enhance that smokiness that Burger Smokehouse has already incorporated. Now from here, what we like to do is we like to gather any extra fruit or some vegetables. I like to really keep it simple and use some onions and saute those up. We like to use a little blend oil in a hot roasting pan. And we incorporate some of those vegetables and fruits that we have lying around the house. At this point, we just give a nice little saute to them. You don't need to necessarily give a lot of color. Just cook the onions till they're really translucent. Add some fresh herbs. We're almost there, so what I'm going to do is go and get our ham. This is the ham we started to stud with the bay leaves and the cloves, and we have a finished product that we have here that's going to be ready for the oven. What I like to do is set it right on top of all that fruit and those vegetables. Because the ham is cooked already, all we're going to do is heat it up. So this is going to allow to keep a nice moisture on the base and allow a nice color to incorporate in the oven. With every ham from Burger Smokehouse is a honey glaze that's incorporated within the packaging. This is a wonderful, wonderful product. It allows just a nice glisten and it helps accent that really nice hickory smoke. What I do here is we open it and reheat it in a little small pot. I have some already working for us. And then from that point on, I just add, right in the beginning, I like to add just a little of the glaze and kind of incorporate it throughout the heating process. So after we apply our glaze, it's into the oven. We like to heat this up at a 350-degree oven, and it's really to your desired temp. Because the ham is already cooked, we just want to get it to what we feel that we want to serve it. I don't like to really take it over 145 because it tends to dry out the ham and all that wonderful work that Burger Smokehouse has achieved. Okay, about 45 minutes has gone by. This is the point that we're going to take this ham out. Now if you saved any of the glaze, now's a good time to finish applying it. So what we like to do is just kind of add that glaze just on there like so. Just so it nice covers it. And just finish the final touches on that glaze and smell that wonderful hickory. And now our ham is ready to serve. Thanks for checking in. And remember, go get your Burger Smokehouse City ham.
Here on LakeTV with the Burger Smokehouse post-game wrap-up show. Here with Victoria's head coach Jeff Shore. Coach, congratulations on the W.
Hey, thanks. I'm a little out of breath running up here, but great win for our guys. Thought they played extremely hard. We were really hungry for it, and so just an all-around really good win.
Talk to us a little bit about the offense and defensive line. Really dominated from the get-go.
I'll tell you what, I'll start with our defense. You know, Elsa Evans is awful good tailback. I think we held him down real well tonight. I thought defense played great, and our offensive line really took over. You could see throughout the game. We've been, you know, we knew they could do that, and they did what they were supposed to do tonight, and absolutely just played hard.
You always talk about the Hogs with the Camdenton Lakers being the forefront of what you guys try to get done. Well, that couldn't be said more true than through 3 games as Josh Martin once again, 210 yards, 3 scores. I know the offensive line pays dividends, but what a running back you've gotten that young man.
Yeah, you know, Josh would be the first one to give his offensive line credit, but, you know, he's just number one, Josh is a fantastic kid. You know, he's a real hard-working kid, just a very, very humble, hard running back. And, you know, what people don't understand is his speed. He's extremely fast as well. And he pass blocks. You know, he's just an all-around back, can catch passes too. So we knew what he could do, and I think he knew what he could do, and now he's doing it. So that's fun to watch him.
Talk about a little bit your quarterbacks with the hard count tonight. Is there something you saw in Lebanon as being eager to jump the gun, or is that something you guys work on all the time?
No, that's specific to them. They love to send the linebackers, and so we always try to run the count out a little longer. That's something we worked all week on in practice and have, you know, previous times, especially for this week, and, you know, paid some dividends tonight.
Yeah, their linebackers seem to try to guess that snap count and get back there at your quarterback. Of course, you split the quarterbacks. Both guys did a nice job tonight for you at the quarterback position.
Yeah, they did. And the thing is, they've got to have both of them. You know, they both play defense, as you saw tonight, and both are doing a good job playing defense. So, actually, they get the rest on offense. So, really happy with both of them. You know, Ty got the long run there called back, but, you know, he's a real threat running the football. And I thought Jordan did a great job of running the offense as well and throwing the ball. So, really happy with both those guys. And the neat thing is those guys are so unselfish. They're the best of friends, you know. So there's not even a situation. It's just what are we going to do to try to win the game.
Very cool. Next week you're going to have a tough contest. Talk to us a little bit about, obviously you guys know this isn't your first rodeo getting off a big win, but what are you going to do this week in practice to get ready for next week?
Well, I think first, you know, obviously the old saying, got to go watch the film, you know, make our corrections, and then look at Kickapoo. And I don't know what they did tonight, but they're 2-0 coming into this ball game. They've been really putting it on people. So, you know, they're another tough matchup, and it'll be there. So we'll just, you know, get down to business and try to prepare for them the best we can and throw it out there.
Okay, your guys get a lot of glory. Your quarterbacks, Josh Martin, your offensive line. Give me a name of one kid who deserves a little credit that may not be in the spotlight very often.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, Michael Smythe this week, he simulated Elsa Evans. He was the guy that tried to give us the look of Elsa, and he did a fantastic job doing it. So he really prepared our defense, you know, as well as the rest of those scout team guys, but he took it on himself to get in there and take a little bit of a pounding this week, you know. And I thought he did a great job, and you could tell it tonight. It showed with our defensive front.
Well, Coach Shore improves his Laker squad to a 2-1 record. They're at Kickapoo a week from tonight. Coach, congratulations on the W. Enjoy your weekend, and thanks for joining us.
Guys, thanks for being here tonight. Really appreciate it when you cover us. Thank you.
Our pleasure, my man. Coach Jeff Shore, 2-1. Don't look now. The Lakers off to a fast start.
Hi, I'm Stephen Berger, and this is my brother Philip.
As you know, Stephen, back in 1952, a small block building was constructed on our grandparents' farm. It was called the Ham House.
Since then, it's grown tremendously, and so have the number of choices.
People frequently ask, what is the best ham I can buy? The answer is, it depends. Of course, the next question is, it depends on what?
It depends on the flavor you prefer. We have 3 kinds of ham: country, city, and European style. Let's start with country ham. These hams are cured using our family recipe and an aging process that gives them a distinctive flavor.
There are 2 kinds of country ham, Southern Smokehouse and attic aged. Southern Smokehouse hams are aged up to 6 months. The color will be a light pink, the texture firm but not tough, and have a pleasant smoky aroma. We use enough salt to preserve the ham, but it's not overwhelming. They're available cooked and uncooked. Southern Smokehouse hams can be found in our catalog or website by looking for the letter B at the beginning of the item number. Attic-aged hams are aged up to 9 months. The additional age will create a deeper red color, a slightly firmer texture, and a more robust flavor. The presence of salt may be a little more noticeable due to the extended aging process. These are also available cooked or uncooked. Attic-aged hams can be found in our catalog or website by looking for the letter A at the beginning of the item number.
Now let's talk about our popular city hams. They are moist cured, which means they are marinated in our special recipe. The result is a ham that is moist and tender. They are famous for their pleasing balance of sweetness with an accent of real hickory smoke. All city hams are cooked and can be found in our catalog or website by looking for the letter H at the beginning of the item number. Spiral slice city hams are very popular because the flavor is widely accepted and they are a convenient centerpiece for any occasion.
The dry curing methods used to make our country ham came from Europe many years ago. Out of respect for their great curing tradition, we offer several European-style hams. These hams are typically sliced paper thin and consumed uncooked. We offer prosciutto, Black Forest, Westphalian, and German country hams. They are often used to complement other foods.
Okay, Philip, this sounds pretty simple. We have two kinds of country ham, the milder Southern Smokehouse and the more robust attic-aged. We also have our very popular city ham, as well as several European-style hams. But there are a lot of options to choose from.
There are a lot of options to choose from because we offer many different sizes and services that allow you to choose just the right ham. The catalog or website will tell you if the ham is cooked, sliced, glazed, or pepper-coated, as well as describe any other unique features.
We take pride in offering the largest selection of Craftsman quality ham products available anywhere in the United States.
We look forward to becoming a part of your family's tradition. Burger Smokehouse, simple traditions since 1952.